Come on. Come on, honey, my kings and my queens. Butch kings, Butch queens, femme queens, femme kings. You know, I gotta speak in codes. Come on, Jay, who you doing? Because, you know, they be hating on certain type of people. And I'm here to talk about it. Come on in and stop on by. Let me sweeten you up. Give you some mango nectar, some hibiscus. Ow! Let me give you some Jamaica. Let me sweeten you up with some hyssop, honey. I just want to show y'all what I got right here. Isn't it so nice, y'all? Look, we got mango tea. Mango hibiscus, honey. How you doing, y'all? Mango hibiscus, honey. And I love my hibiscus flowers, honey. But anyway, I'm dedicating this video to my... We're gonna cut that early. We got that early. I'm dedicating this video to my people. Happy Resurrection Day for those who are into celebrating Easter. All that other stuff, Ishtar and all that good stuff. I try to be. I try to be what I am, who I am, different, authentic. Everybody talk about the same bullshit, express stuff the exact same way. So if you ever not hear me talk about certain topics and stuff, it's because everyone and their mama's already doing it. And when you come to my channel, I want you to get difference. I want you to see the difference in the people that, who I really fuck with. We'll just keep it at that. So, of course, today was Easter, depends on, when you see this video. And I got news of something very, very disturbing to me. And if you are somebody who, let me see if I can get this open. If you are somebody who, let's see if we can get this open right now, honey. Because, I'm about to get in. I'm about to get in right now, honey. I might need to turn on my fan right now. Hold on, let me go turn on this motherfucking fan because I feel a rush. Okay, I feel a rush. A rush of energy coming on in here. And we already know who and what that is. I want to look up, I want to make sure I get this story correctly, okay? Many situations has led up to this point, but something happened, and I want to talk about it. Give me one moment. I want to make sure I get this tea down all together. It just get me so irritated. And this video is dedicated to, like I said, the Butch kings, the Butch queens, the femme queens, the femme kings. You know who you are. You don't have to say that's what I am. You know who you are. But for safety of you two trying to block certain shit, we're gonna make sure this get out here because you know YouTube bullshit. Okay, so according to CBS DFW, which is Dallas Fort Worth, transgendered woman brutally, y'all know the brute, but it's that we talked about that before. Statistics, it took me a long time to get that word together. But anyway, I have we won't get into that. But anyway, so transgender woman brutally, I keep doing it, brutally attacked in Dallas in an apparent mob parade. Okay, Dallas, the brutal celebration of a transgender woman that was caught on camera is drawing condemnation from leaders in Dallas. And you should be. It should be everybody, not just Dallas, everybody fucking the state of Texas. Y'all irritate the fuck out of me, Texas. I can't stand y'all ass. That's why I won't live there, bitch. Y'all not getting my motherfucking coin. Bitch, I mean that. Y'all not getting my fucking coin. Especially not Houston. Yo, homophobic, transphobic ass motherfuckers. The attack happened Friday at the Royal Crest apartment complex on Will Hurt Avenue in South Dallas, South Side. And I bet, the suspects in the celebration allegedly used homophobic slurs during the celebration. According to the police, Police say that the transgender woman was assaulted after a traffic accident in front of the apartment complex. The attack was captured on a video that's been shared thousands of times throughout social media. Towards the end of the video, several women could be seen carrying the victim and loading her into a car. Now, I saw that shit too. A bit, God, help me. I saw that video, and the one who grabbed Malaysia's hair, girl, the spirit got me just jumping, girl. This is crazy. Police said they received a call about the victim around 11:20 p.m. at a local hospital. It verifies the sermon that I see in the victim, identified as Malaysia Booker. A transgender woman is being taunted and eventually overwhelmed by what can best be described as a mob. Transgender advocate Leslie McMurray said, "Where are the people stepping up and defending someone who is weaker and saying, stop this, enough? They just seem to be getting egged on." She added. Now, we're going to stop right there because reading this shit right here, it makes me want to slap somebody in their motherfucking mama. And this is why I tell my LGBT people that you need to go out and you need to get some protection. And of course, people talk about physical protection, but you need to get your spiritual protection up. Because a lot of you let these, the heterosexual lifestyle, or these people that have a narrow-minded way of thinking, because not just heterosexual people, it's people because you have gay people that don't even like other gay people. So we're not going to say heterosexual people. We're going to say people with the narrow-minded space. They project these theories onto you and these ideas onto you, which are ultimately curses, because anything that goes against the natural ways of your frequency is considered a curse. So they inflict you with these curses and these spirits, and you walk throughout society taking on these spirits. And I talk about this when I meet transgender women who want to keep it a secret that they're transgender, or you have gay man that pose as trans woman in hoping to get heterosexual man, and you got trans woman that pose to being heterosexual cisgender woman in hopes to get a heterosexual man. And so it goes all the way around. But of course, that goes into you not being secure with yourself. And this situation has nothing to do with that. Obviously, you heard the story where it was a minor accident and she was assaulted in Malaysia. And this is just some crazy stuff. And of course, I called it a celebration or parade because, of course, YouTube like to mute certain shit. And, situations like this need to be spoke about, and especially coming from, someone who lives that motherfucking lifestyle. Now, I'm not saying there's different levels of being a transgender woman as well, because people want to compare and contrast, just like there's different types of Black women, just like there's different types of Christian women, just like there's different types of Muslim women, honey, there's different types of transgender women. And of course, going into the Harry Benjamin standard of care, which, like I said, you can look up, honey, the real HBIC, get into the T. How you doing? So we'll say HBTC. Get into that. So it talks about there's a scale between 1 and 10 that rates transgenderism. And of course, everyone is not a full 10, and that's okay. I'm not here to talk about that. That's none of my tea. That's not my business. Everybody was not born, intersex. Everybody was not born with the hardwire of a female, just so they have the male anatomy. But going into this, going into the people that attacked her, like I said, you can look this story up. And like I said, I don't want to give those motherfuckers energy, but I'm just going to say this. You're fucking cowards. You're fucking weak ass motherfuckers. Because let's just say, let's just play, let's just play both sides. Because, me being a Gemini, I can see things from both sides. Let's say from the perspective of the transgender woman, according to these men, are considered men. Because she was attacked by men. She was attacked by women too, I'm sure. But she was really attacked by men. You see the videos of these men really stomping her out. Like crazy. Like, girl. Like, nobody in my family would ever do that, for one, because my family are real men. And real men don't fuck with things lesser than them or considered weaker than them. Okay? A real man don't go around picking fights with, if you're a 6'5", 85-pound man, you're not out here fighting no damn 5'2", 65-pound man. That's a punk. That's a coward. And that goes into daddy hate and mama hate, because people don't talk about daddy hate, mama hate. Y'all feed that shit. Y'all breathe that shit. Going even into my femme queens. Let's say this video is about y'all. It's about you femme queens, femme kings, butch kings, and butch queens. Okay? If that's what you are, this is for you. We feed We feed that homophobic, transphobic shit. We allow men to, trans women, you allow men to get around you and say, well, I don't consider you a homo because you're a woman, but he out here reading down your gay brother, your gay sister in front of you. You're okay with that. We feed the ego and have them thinking that, oh no, honey, it's okay. Yeah, I'm 100%. Don't worry, daddy. Like, somebody has to take accountability and responsibility for the bullshit that is taken on. And unfortunately, the past experiences have led up to what is currently going on. It's not just started, it's been going on. And this is why I'm so heavy in spirituality, because being someone that I am, representing many minority groups, as they call it. I don't consider minority group, but many minority groups, I have to protect myself because there's constant people that even look like me that are ready to motherfucking parade and celebrate something, okay? And I'm using celebration as a code word. Get into that tea, because bitch, ain't nobody celebrate shit, bitch. Anyway, I won't even go into that, what the word celebrate mean anyway. But, they go into celebrating certain shit, and we're not into that, but we know that that's what a bummy ass, basic ass, weak ass individual do. And going into these individuals that attack this transgender woman in Malaysia, and I'm gonna have to look at Malaysia Facebook because I want to reach out to Malaysia. Malaysia needs some spiritual protection, as all of my femme queens and butch queens, and we're gonna call y'all FQs, FKs, 2Bs, 2 girl. Okay, y'all need to step y'all spiritual shit up, because shit is definitely getting real. And we got spirits that are running this damn planet and that are running among the planet. They don't run this planet, bitch, because they don't have power. But they're running amongst us on this motherfucking planet. They were released, bitch. And people are going to get hurt. And it's not just with the LGBT people. There's a whole bunch of people that's going to get hurt. You see on the T, I mean, it is what it is. I don't got to point shit out. I sit back and I watch shit. I observe shit. Yes, I talk a lot, but I definitely sit back and look at things and say, So shit like this have always happened. And like I said, going into the men that do this, even women, it goes back to mama and daddy hatred. Because your daddy was not in your life, whether you are a male or a woman, female or male. Your dad was not there to teach you how to be, if you're a woman, confident in your womanhood, bitch. You're gorgeous, you're beautiful, honey. You should be celebrated for being a woman. And if you're a man, your daddy didn't teach you how to be that. He didn't teach you how to be comfortable in your manhood. And understand that there's different types of men, that every man don't play basketball. Every man is not into football. Every man is not into, macking and Every man is not into, every male is not alpha. Okay. And then going into the mama, your mama didn't teach you love, boy. And your mama, girl, didn't teach you how to be a woman, how to be comfortable in that womanhood. So now you out here growing up being insecure. Because see, people ain't talking about this shit. And that's why I said, if y'all don't fuck with y'all. Okay, when I said few of y'all, I mean the LGBT community, and I mean non-out. Some of y'all don't get real good disturbances when you go call my phone and I get a response, because you talk about shit that's really not that important. As I said before, there's no rules or no laws in this country that stop certain races from getting married amongst each other. There's no rules or no laws in this country that stop certain races of people to vote certain things. But we all know that there's hidden laws and hidden rules against the femme queens and butch queens and all that good tea. We know that. And the crazy thing about it is a lot of y'all know that. So you get into the community, you learn the lingo and the secrets, and you use it to expose and to attack. And not just from the outside, the inside too. You have people like Maurice Rivers or Marquise Rivers. I don't remember that nigga name. I can't remember that motherfucker. I can't stand people like that neither. You're on the inside, boosting people up, tricking people, thinking that you're something that you're not, and then want to expose on the outside to feed the insecure ass females that should know if they man like a finger in their booty hole. They should know if they man want to feel something inside of their anal cavity. They should know that. Ooh, this queen let me have it. And they don't really fuck with you. They don't like you. They don't like you. They don't vote for you when Proposition 8 came, and they don't vote for that. They don't go out and celebrate you at the gay parades. They don't stand up for you if you're being attacked in public. Okay? So, like I said, there's a lot of bullshit that has been taking place for far too motherfucking long. And y'all better wake the fuck up. If you're under the category that is touted in this video, if you don't know what these categories are, I encourage you to do your research. Okay? If you are in any of these categories listed above, you need to build your shit up. Because in reality, Nobody's going to have your back like your motherfucking spirits, not your motherfucking ancestors. And I want you to forget about what people told you. Forget about what the heterosexual people say, or these Christian people, or these Buddhist, Muslim, God don't like you, an abomination. Forget that bullshit. Forget that bullshit. Because your ancestors didn't say that. And we talk about this. The indigenous Africans, the indigenous Asians, the different indigenous Europeans, the indigenous Aboriginals, honey, they celebrated people that are listed in community above. It is when things happen, things change, as all things do. And bitch, we got shook. But like I said, there's so much stuff that I want to say that I cannot say. And I'm just so irritated. Like, I worked a long day today, and I could not stop thinking about, like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I could not stop thinking about. And I did a lot of talking today. I did like 8 consultations. I did 2 readings. So I talked so much today. But anyway, y'all need to get y'all shit up. Stop letting these people manipulate you into thinking that you don't have to celebrate your spirit, because you do. And our ancestors did, going even into the transgender ancestors and the two-spirited ancestors and the gay ancestors, if you want to call it that, the lesbian ancestors, bitch. It was a celebration of life, because you had the opportunity to live out the assignment and the agenda that you were given by the Most High. And no man and no woman on this motherfucking planet could tell you otherwise. Because a lot of these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they should be doing. You got people behind doors doing gay shit and also the weird shit, but out here wanting to preach and talk about shit. But like I said, that goes to a whole bunch of tea. And I hope that this wake people up, and not just, Malaysia and my other people. But like I said, you need to get your spirit right, because motherfuckers are here to motherfucking collect spirits. And if your spirits are not up and right, they're coming for your ass. Because let me tell you about these motherfuckers that if that was me, they would have thought twice. That's all I'm going to say. And that kind of brings me into something else too. Because people have this idea, this false history, false history. And those who heard this story or heard this history, history is always rewritten. No one gives the real history of anything. They always rewrite shit or add shit in or take shit out to control people and things, person, places, and things. But I'm just saying this, for you spiritual people out there that keep talking about how your past life, you were a witch and you were hung and also the bullshit, and your ancestors was in Salem witch trial and someone gave you a past life reading and said that you were part of a Salem witch trial. Bitch, you should be very, very, and I want you to understand this very loud and clear, you should be very, very, very ashamed of your weak ass. Because at the end of the day, if you were so powerful, because back then they didn't have technology, they didn't have things distracting them outside of religion. Because we all know that being a witch, there's 7 powers that real spiritualists have, and we're not going to go into that because, of course, when people start acting like they have shit, you know exactly what it is. And don't look for these videos where they be like 12 signs that you're a witch, 8 things that you're a witch. Don't look for that shit, because they say the dumbest shit that everybody has. So I guess everybody is, everybody's a witch. Everybody can do their own spell. So there's no point in having a spiritual teacher or a spiritualist that everybody go to. Right. Okay. But going into that, there are a lot of people out there, okay, who, like I said, are claiming this history. They're claiming his story as their own. Okay, because obviously they don't have access to the real stories. They don't know anybody who are true descendants of any type of witchery. Okay, they're adopting this story of, I was a part of the Salem witch trial. Ooh, the witches. Ooh. I don't want to be a part of any lineage line of witches that were so weak as fuck to not be able to protect themselves. Because we got all these ancient powers and all these ancient rituals that we do now that are very powerful. So you telling me that these rituals were not powerful 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago, but in 2019 they are? Are you telling me that the rituals that we got from our ancestors were not activated until we started practicing them? Which I want to remind you that we're actually dumber than our ancestors, because we're brainwashed. We're brainwashed every day. by signals and frequencies and all that good stuff. So you're going to sit on your YouTube channel, your Instagram, and you're going to try to convince people like me, okay, people that are connected to real spiritual energy, real spiritual bloodlines, okay? And I said bloodlines, not bloodline, bloodlines, okay? And you're going to try to convince us that you are having power, but just 300 years ago, you didn't have no power. Just 300 years ago, your ancestors practicing the same magical rituals and failed because they were slaughtering and hanging those girls and those men too. Who do you think you're fooling? I don't want to be a part of that. And anybody who borrowed that story too, like I said, you should be ashamed of yourself, especially you're coming out and saying you're a spiritual leader. You should be ashamed, honey, because that means you were weak as fuck. That means your ancestors weak as fuck. Because bitch, girl. And I'm going to continue to remind you all, just in case you forgot, okay, not all Aboriginal people were slaves. Not all Negroes were slaves neither. Some Negroes had slaves themselves, or we call servicemen. Some Aboriginals had servicemen. Okay, so I'm gonna need y'all to get your story right and y'all story together. And those who, read history but come out and tell a whole nother story and we all was and our spirit science says, bitch, you can't speak for mine. You can't speak for mine, bitch, because I work with my ancestors, if not day, at least once a week. Because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. And maybe that's the problem. You're so loose with it that you don't know your roots. You're like a fucking tree that's rooted on top of the soil, not beneath the ground. So you're just withering everywhere. And I say that even to people who are out here searching for spiritual things. You're just like a withering tree, honey, a tree that's probably rooted, but the roots are fucking dry rotted because you're not really connecting yourself to the one true source and the root of it all, of what established who you are. And then, of course, some people use the excuse of, well, I was adopted and I don't really know my ancestry. My mom, my sister, my auntie, my grandmother, we don't really know. So you have magical abilities to cast spells to reveal things about other people, but you can't reveal things about your own life. You have the ability to read tarot and to do other type of means of divination, to find out shit that means nothing. Whether or not Donald Trump gonna be president for another 4 years, whether or not Jesse Smollett used witchcraft or not. Like, you have so much shit that you could be focusing on and being connected with, but you choose not to. You know why? Because, like I say, you've been enchanted. You've been binded by that spirit. You've been hexed by that spirit. You've been hexed by the oppressor. And some of the oppressing energy comes from your own bloodline. And that's why I said I look at people, and people can say all day, bitch, you judge. I can be judgment, but I have a right to judge spirit and energy. I have a right to that. Me looking at people, I don't care what you look like physically and all that stuff. I see spirit. Because the spirit is what moves that motherfucking body. And when you're gone, bitch, that body's still going to be here while that spirit has moved on to something bigger and better. So while you're here, bitch, I see that energy. I see that frequency. I know it too well. And going into people that are part of the Femme Queens and the Butch Queens, bitch, that's one of your abilities. As I always tell people that, what they say, the stronger the oppression, the stronger the spiritual gifts. So the more that you're poked at to go within, the more isolation you have, the more spiritual power you start to develop. And that's how I got my shit. Because like I said, as a teenager, I wasn't trying to be friends with people. I wasn't out here smoking, sucking, and fucking and doing all that shit, bitch. My head was in motherfucking books. I met spiritual teachers that taught me the shit I need to learn, and that's what I was focused on. That's where my mind went. So where your mind go, your ass follows, everything else follows. And that's what happened. But like I said, what you invest will surely grow. What you spend won't come back to you. And a lot of you are spending your lives on shit that does not matter. You're reading stories because you want to feel a sense of importance. And you're letting people that are just trying to get your money tell you, oh, girl, you're part of a powerful witch line. Oh, girl, you're black. You're more powerful than the white folks and the Hispanic folks. I mean, I'm just saying logic and reason. If that was the case, then wouldn't you be on top and not the bottom? So are you the most powerful or you're not the most powerful? Do you have the ability to do shit or you not have the ability to do shit? If the invaders are coming in and taking your magic and using it against you, that is your natural calling. Aren't you able to get that power back and use it against their ass? I mean, that's what the point of spirituality is, right? It's taking back your own power. So that's why I look at people who are claiming to be victorious in the spirit, but they're challenged in the flesh. It doesn't work that way because the flesh don't drive the spirit drive the flesh. So that's how you break down if someone is a physical spiritualist or a spiritual spiritualist. If someone's about their mental or the motherfucking physical. And you can't have it both ways. As I say, you're the hot or you're cold. There's no lukewarm in this bitch. And that's what a lot of you need to recognize too. Stop letting people be lukewarm with you and around you. I don't like you, but I like your money. I don't like you, but I like the fact that you bring attention to me. I don't really give a fuck about you and your lifestyle, but I know you're bringing coin, so I'm gonna act like I care. Get it together. Get it together. Wake up. Wake up, honey. Wake up. There's so many videos that I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks. And of course, you know, we start off with the little love spell, Mediterranean love spell for the heterosexual people. And of course, today I was expecting on continuing on that little series, but something else got my attention. Something else have my attention. Something else have a greater cause. So when something else is, you know, that phone is ringing a little more heavier. And there's some videos that I'm going to be doing, like I said, over the next few weeks. We'll say a couple of weeks. Excuse me. Going into some stuff. Oh, y'all, I had some barbecue brisket tacos. Oh, but there's a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about, and I want to address some stuff. And I'm hoping that doing these videos are going to help some people in the sense of waking up your motherfucking senses. Because I think a lot of people, and I'm not cutting in on people. I'm just telling you what I think. I'm just telling you what I feel. I think a lot of people are brain dead. And those who are brain dead, you cannot wake up. You know, once someone is brain dead, that's it. And you can even think about it on a physical, you know, a physical dying process. Once someone is brain dead, that's it. Like, there's no hope. You can, you know, feed them. You could give them water. You could, you know, shake them really hard, and they're not coming back. And a lot of people are definitely spiritually dead, and they love listening to things, entertaining things that are going to continue to put them into a spiritual death. And unfortunately, like I said, I see some people in here that come into my chats that I definitely know have the potential, have the ability, there's something there, but there's a disconnect sometimes where we can be talking about spiritual energy and someone will bring that they have diarrhea or that they're vomiting, or someone will bring up the fact is that they had a secret affair 2 weeks ago. And I'm just like, this is not the time or the place for that. But of course, going into spiritual death, when you're spiritually brain dead and new information is fed to you, you have a disconnect. Like the frequencies are being sent, but you're like a zombie. And, you know, I don't want to cater to that. I don't want to cater to that at all because, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that is going on. You know, we talk about the 3 days of darkness, which, like I said, didn't happen. And we're going to go deeper into that on one of the videos I'm going to be doing. You know, we talk about things being opened and things being changed. And just there's a lot of stuff that people are really not talking about. And then, of course, in the process, because celebrities represent the outer us and we represent the inner us, people will use celebrity situations to distract from what's really going on. And fortunately, some of us that are spiritually inclined, we're able to see celebrities go through their stuff, and we're able to, you know, see something that say, oh, that's what's being sent out to the masses. But some people, and as I said, if you're going to talk about it all. Bitch, don't talk about I got a secret or I got receipts to some shit and you're not showing them. And that's what I feel a lot of these videos that people be doing when they're doing, you know, spiritual insight on these celebrity stuff. It's like, or they tell you shit that's like on Wikipedia or something. Like, can you tell us something secretly? Like, he got a mole. on the right side of his nutsack? Can you tell us that his great-grandfather was a Gemini? Can you tell us that his great-grandmother really came from Europe? Like, tell us some shit that we know. Break down the numbers and the codes and the initials, because, of course, we have the alphabet, right? We're talking about English. We have, 26 letters. And, of course, those 26 letters could be turned into 42 and sometimes 40 motherfucking 7. But people will actually sit here and tell you that they know about numerology and know how to break shit down and flip shit around. But yet they're already giving these little celebrity readings and they can't really tell you the square root of what this celebrity was doing. And that's what I'm going to be doing, because, and we're going to keep it at that. That's what I'm going to be doing, because it's important to understand that there are spirits that walk with us, and there are spirits that walk within us, and there's spirits that walk beneath us, and there's spirits that walk above us. Okay. And when these spirits are entertained, or certain one of these spirits, or some of these spirits are entertained, then that's when certain things are triggered in individuals to do certain things. So even going into when people will say things like, this person and that person is doing this and that, A, B, C, D, F, G. But they're not really giving you, like I said, the square root of why they're doing that. Because they don't have the calculations to do that. They don't have the knowledge to do that. Calculations. Oh my God. They don't have the knowledge to do that. They just have the knowledge to look at let me look at the pictures. Let me see the physical evidence of what I can go by. And let me give my spiritual reading from that. And I'm saying this because there's someone that I never talk about at all. And someone actually sent me their video, and they're not in my little hater groups. And just so you know, and they were like, I feel like you know this person. I get the video link and I see this person. I say, oh yeah, I know exactly who that bitch is, whatever. I thought she was long done with spiritual shit. I thought she was done, honey. Because when those bricks came falling in, bitch, those bricks came falling in. Because how I know these bricks came falling in, because the person that she was going against was hitting me up for some spiritual stuff. But we're going to keep it at that. So those bricks was falling in on her. And it was actually happening publicly. Bitch, the cat is out the bag. Who gives a fuck? What's she going to do? Anyway, maybe she can hit on my haters and join forces with them. Yeah. Let's cast some more Project Witch spells on them. Yeah. But either way, I was looking at this video, and this person was like, I'm seeing this, and they were given like 4 different reading methods in one, and 2 of the reading methods were a contradiction to each other. Because, like I said, I'm very experienced when it comes to giving readings, and there was 2 of the methods that are very contradicting because, of course, the processes are different. So she was using clairvoyance, clairaudience. She was also using the help of tarot cards, and also using the help of kind of like premonition. And there was another technique too, which I'm not going to go into, because a lot of you are very, you like to ask questions. And what is that? And how do you do that? And da 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 da. But anyway. So I'm just watching this video, and I'm like, okay, she definitely practiced. Okay, I see her game stepping up. But the information she was given about this certain individual was actually public information. Like, people did videos literally a day. Because see, the person was saying it took them a week to get this information. And I'm like, a week to get information on a public figure who is exalted and fed energy daily, even in death, if that really happened. Their spirit is being fed, right? Because people are constantly speaking of them and thinking about them. And thought sends energies, right? It sends vibration to people, person, places, and things, right? So, this person who was so exalted and kind of like the moon shining upon this earth, it took you a week to do some interpretations on him. That's when I'm like, this bitch ain't got no gifts. But going into, like I said, everything that she spoke about was previously done on a video a day after this situation, or it's on Wikipedia. And what I was expecting to see when the person sent me the video, when they were like, this is a good reading, and she was giving, I'm like, she gave the exact readings that everybody else and their mama give when they're doing spirit channeling. Like, going into where people use tarot cards to give readings for deceased relatives. Like if that deceased relative, or excuse me, not deceased relatives, deceased, well, that too, because deceased people, you don't have to read them with tarot. Like they're in the spirit realm, so you can access the spirit realm if you're a spiritually in tune person to see frequency. You can tap into that. So tarot doesn't even come place. But either way, I'll step back, because I feel like I'm bullying there a little bit. If you're one of those, still tracing the line type of motherfuckers, then I guess that's your tea. But when you grow out of that, girl, you know what? Let's do that. Let's do that. It's a new moon. It's a full moon, a new cycle coming up. Let's keep it nice and polite. If you are one of those spiritualists, when you come up out of that training wheel type of reading, you will surely understand that when people have passed over into the other realm, you don't have to pull tarots to get into contact with them. And going even into my ancestor readings with people, I literally tap into that energy and I use that energy to pull up stuff with the card. But some people say, well, the ancestors coming through to you, what do they look like? Bam, this, that, like we can go into that. But they will think that sometimes the ancestor reading is you actually using the cards to pick up the ancestor. Like, well, I see your ancestor was a Butch because this card is showing a masculine woman. Like, no. When someone has passed on, you're able to tap into that frequency, especially if you deal with the heart chakra, because of course we're talking about the fourth and fifth dimension, which is these two places. The heart, which feels, and the throat, which speaks and expresses. So going into this, the person was, another spiritualist was pulling like tarot readings or tarot cards for a deceased relative, deceased celebrity. And they were like getting emotional and shit too. And I told you I was going to talk about this. And one thing when it comes to spiritual readings, and I have classes on developing your psyche for powers and stuff. And there's not just divination, there's so much work that deals with the psyche, like psychic energy. Reiki healing is psychic energy. And if you're not good at that, you're not going to be good at casting spells. But either way, going into that, you have to keep your brain balanced. You have to keep your emotions balanced. Going to even having contact with deceased loved ones, like I said, it's a challenge. It's a challenge when people come to me for readings and they're like, my dad died, my sister died, my auntie died, my cousin died. And I was not able to vocalize. I was not able to express to them how I truly felt, or they couldn't tell me nothing because people kept me from them in the dying process. Is there a message that they have for me? And going into that, you feel that. You feel that. And it hits you, but you have to be able to channel that energy and not let it get to you, because of course it can get you sick. And that's why I say too, a lot of people that act like they're reading the deceased and shit, and I see ghosts, and I'm like, girl, like if you're not prepared for that type of stuff, literally that energy can come into your body and get you so emotionally drained that you feel sick. And I told y'all, I did a reading for someone 2 weeks ago that I had to give a break. I had to like really give a break for like 2 or 3 days because I was feeling it in my body. Like I was feeling it. And of course, I reached out to the person and asked them, what was going on these past few days? Because I was feeling this and they were confirming everything. Like I can feel what they were feeling, and then the energy that was coming through from their deceased loved ones. So, and I'm just sitting here going back and forth. Well, this is what was being shown. This is what's being said. And there you go. And of course, my heart was like breaking for this person. But of course, I have to bounce out of that, because if I start getting emotional about it, then my own thoughts come into the picture. My own feelings come into the equation. And that's why I said, as a spiritual reader, you're not going to see no spiritual reader here giving you a real one, a one that's grown. We'll say the ones that do the spiritual reading without the training wheels. They're not going to be sitting here getting emotional about a reading that they're doing for a deceased, about a deceased person, because like I said, they have to be able to differentiate. See that words like that fuck up my tongue. But they have to learn how to, what I'm saying? I can spell it, bitch. How about that? Can we spell it? They have to learn how to differentiate between, their own emotions and the energy they're picking up from the deceased person. They got to be able to distinguish that. So, okay, this is my own emotion. So let me step back, and this is their emotion. So let that emotion come in. So you're not crying because, bitch, you stepped out. You're there, but you're not. It's kind of like being a zombie. Like you're there. I would say it's kind of like being drunk. Okay, girl, it's like being drunk. I don't drink. I got drunk a few times. Don't like that feeling. You drink, you're there, but you're not there. So you're doing shit that you're not in control of. It. You're twerking, shaking. You're like, oh, girl, I don't want to do this. But you're acting like you're doing it. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. Anybody who know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. So these spiritualists, or this spiritualist in particular, she was literally pulling tarot cards, giving a reading for this celebrity. And she was like getting emotional. And I'll be back. And I'm just like, girl, you need to hit me up for a class because you can't do that. Even going into customers, like if a customer, and I'm just saying this, I want y'all to think about it from this perspective. If a customer came to you emotionally distraught and they came to you and they couldn't pull themselves together, but they want to build up, or they built up the courage to actually reach out to you and say, I'm emotionally stable and I think I'm mentally healthy enough to get insight on my mother who's passed on, my sister who passed on. You being the spiritual person, you have to be able to hold it together for them so they don't break. Because when they break, then the connection breaks. And then now you got to do a double reading. You got to pull the deceased loved one's energy to see what is being said or what is being felt or heard or tasted, depends on how you read. And then you got to also pull through what this person is really feeling, but they're not vocalizing because they're so emotionally distraught. And even then, other shit come up. So that's why I tell people when I do readings, I need you to be clear of mind, clear of heart, do some breathings, and then let's do the reading. People have actually hit me up for readings, and I always say this. They've hit me up for readings, and they're literally like in the middle of a grocery store, or they just came out from like doing yard work, and I understand there's some situations you have to, have your children there. But I would encourage people to be able to be there, but don't be there. Like watch, but don't be so, ooh, wait, hold on. Come over here, boy. Because some people do that. It's just like, wait a minute, girl, your attention has left. So now I got to do double the T? I'm not doing that. We're not doing that. No. So it's important to, like I said, have a clear mind, a clear heart. So what is being pulled is being pulled. Not anybody else's emotions are being pulled into the equation, or you're giving mixed emotion to where I'm saying I'm seeing a car, I'm seeing this, and then you're like, well, I didn't ask about that, but I was just in an accident. Okay, see, that's on your mind. So you need to clear that out. But anyway, so like I said, that's also, the people that are giving real readings, or they're pulling cards and just giving their own interpretation of that situation with what is being pulled. Well, like I said, I know about death. I know about speaking with deceased people. I know about that whole bunch of shit. I've always been able to do that stuff. I have a lot of relatives, older and younger, who passed on. I was able to, convey messages to them. I even tell people this, and I don't know if anybody remember this, and maybe we'll do this as a quiz. There was actually a famous person that charged. That's why I said I can't really call this person a fraud, because they charged my auntie $1,700 for a 5-minute reading. And no, they're not on YouTube. In fact, they're deceased. And I talked about this one time, but this spiritualist told my auntie that she has a relative who is the child of one of her siblings who have the ability to talk to deceased people, and that she needs to confront that person to ask about information. And it was loose. Like, I'm asking my mom about it too, so you guys can hear my mom talking about it. But it was spoke about very loosely, and people would say, well, this bitch could see spirits and shit happen, so maybe it's this bitch. So people would ask questions, but how I get down, I don't just give out information, for one, and for two, if we don't really fuck with each other like that, like, it's not about what you could do for me to do things for you, but it's about, are you using me? Are you using me? Because of course, the person who passed on was my relative. You know, we were, 4 years apart, actually 5 years apart, and five is my number. Our birthdays were very close in contact. We shared many birthdays together, like many birthdays. And this cousin has been gone for a very long time, like almost 2 decades now. And the emotions are still there because, of course, real love never dies. And I don't think people ever understand that. If you've ever lost someone, if you have not lost someone that you really love, you're going to always have some type of emotional connection to them. And that emotional connection is going to do two things. Every time you think about them, it's going to start, memories that are going to get you emotional. And the other side of that is going to allow you to have great contact with them to where you're like, help me. I'm petitioning this person to help me do this, da da da. And they come through. I'm a living proof of that. Like I talk about orishas, I talk about, deities, I talk about spirits, and most of my stuff comes from my ancestors and my deceased loved ones that have passed on, because of course they're the closest to me. And I had experiences with them, like living experiences with them. And even though they're on the, they transitioned fully on the spirit world, I'm half there, half not, just like you are. You're half dead, half alive. Don't let anybody tell you the opposite of that, bitch. You're not fully living. You're halfway in, halfway out. Get into that tea. Since you came out your mother's uterus. But either way, emotions still come up. And like I said, for me, if that relative would have came to me and said, what are you seeing? What are you feeling? Then I would have been like, honey, I'm seeing a lot of shit, but we don't really fuck with each other like that, girl. Even at that young of an age, we don't fuck with each other like that. You have it in from my mama, so you have it in with my mama, you got a problem with me. You don't like my mama, you don't like me. You want to check my mama, you checking me, bitch, because I came from her. My umbilical cord was attached to her uterus, bitch, for motherfucking 9 months. Bitch, it wasn't yours. You weren't attached to her. She wasn't attached to yours. Bitch, I was attached to her. So you got a problem with her, you got a problem with me. And that's how I get down. Bitch, I'd rather die for my mother because she'd rather die for me. But anyway, I might need to stop talking, honey. We talked a lot today. But anyway, of course, I'll be back tomorrow because my voice will be back tomorrow. But anyway, y'all see that, bitch? I'm like all oily and shit. Woo! But anyway, be aware of these fakes, these frauds, and these phonies. Be aware of people putting you to sleep. I need y'all to get y'all spirits up. Okay? Get your spirits up. Get your spirits right. You don't know how to do that. You can reach out to me. I have classes, we have products, we have services. Step it up. And like I said, stop subscribing to stuff that does not resonate with you. Because as I said before, if you're not racist or sexist or homophobic, you're not going to celebrate anything that represents those things. Okay? And that's my biggest problem with people. I have nothing against gays, but yet you support people that are anti-gay. I have nothing against white people, Hispanic people, or Asian people, yet you support people that have a problem against them. I'm not racist, but every time I turn around, it's black, me. God didn't put you in this world to mingle with only people that look like you, bitch. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled, honey. We gave those scriptures out. Don't be fooled. A lot of people got hit by that, and I don't give a fuck. Don't be fooled by that shit. You have the ability to change your life the way you want to change your life or what you want to change your life into. Don't let nobody tell you different from that. And if you don't have the knowledge, bitch, you better get it. You better get it. This is your life, bitch. You own it. You have full control over your life. Now, of course, there are spirits that drive the force called life, but you definitely have full control over your life. And that's what it's about. That's why people go into the spiritual shit, because they tired of the physical shit. Physically, the doctor say that you can't have no kids. But spiritually, bitch, you can have whatever the fuck you want to have. Who you doing? Can we talk about it? Spiritually, they may tell you, girl, it's impossible for you to get that rent paid in 4 days. I mean, what you gonna do? Sell it? Girl, bye. Spirits say otherwise. People gonna tell you, girl, it's impossible for you to grow up to be anything because your mama left you, your daddy left you, you raised yourself. Your mama was a crackhead, your daddy was a pimp. So you ain't gonna be shit, girl. Prove them wrong. Because see, a lot of people play that victim mentality, and we keep talking about that, but I guess we'll let those spirits rest. There's a lot of people I know that had a certain background. People from the hoods of the hoods. We talk about Inglewood, California, Compton back in the day, California, South Central, Watts, honey, Hello, Oak Park, Sacramento. Hello, can we keep talking? Hunters Point, San Francisco. Bitch, we talking about, I know people from the hoods of the hoods. And bitch, they doing well for themselves, bitch, because they said, bitch, fuck that shit. I'm going to do better for myself. I'm not going to be a statistic. I'm not going to be what the motherfuckers say I should be. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do. And they broke that curse. They broke that motherfucking yoke. And you could do it too. So that's what it's about. Spirituality is about freeing your spirit. It's not about shackling shit down, locking shit down. And that's the difference between religions and spirituality. Religion's goal was to teach you spirituality, but in the process, people got money hungry and they said, well, we free them too much, then they're not going to come back. So let's go in and give them a little bit of leeway. And that's why I say, religions are very much like, slavery and all that good stuff. That's why I think it's an oxymoron when people say they're against slavery. But you support religions and shit. Or you're against slavery, but you're spewing out to the world what the master spewed out to you. And we can't say you because we can say your ancestors because you're not because people say, well, I am my ancestor. Bitch, no, you're not. Because your ancestors work. Why the fuck you lazy? Hello? I always say y'all ancestors. Your ancestors work. They had a job. Bitch, they provided for their family. What the fuck is going on? Hello? Why you got men out here fighting transgenders and he won't fight? He won't fight another man. Hello? Hello? What? Why you got women out here fighting other women when they be fighting their mom and daddy for not being there for them? Can we talk about it? Why people out here fighting the sideline chick when she has no connection to you? It's your man that gave that woman the P. Or the D, excuse me. Let's keep it urban. The D. The P means penis. You know what it is. But anyway, y'all should be mad at the man because he the one that gave it up. The sideline, whether she or not, that's not your business, girl. Why are you mad at the one who really doesn't pay your bills or affect you? You should be mad at those who gave you life and then teach you how to be fully in that life. Going into that, we actually talk about this too, and I'm gonna be done. My friend and I was talking about. You hear people on Facebook and stuff speak about, no one taught me about balancing checkbooks in school. No one told me about opening up a check account and paying bills. Well, first of all, your parents should have taught you that. But second of all, why does the elite or the wealthy people, because that's what elite is to me, those who are wealthy, that's what elite are to me, wealthy people, people that makes over $1 million a year. We're not talking about 500K or 750K. We're just talking about over $1 million. But anyway, the elite want you to be working for them. They don't want you to be what they have. So you think they're going to teach you about fucking saving money and shit? That's what your parents should have taught you, bruh. Or you need to have the common sense because we got www now. Bitch, Google how to do the shit. You look up how to put on a quick weave. You Google how to pick a lock. You Google how to paint a furniture. You Google how to look like an Instagram model. Bitch, Google that shit. I mean, really, Google that. But anyway, get your spirits up, honey. Get your spirits up, okay? And that's it. That's all I'm stopping it for, honey. Come on, TC. How you doing? You didn't really celebrate. Come on, TC. You had an awesome day. Yes, honey. It was non-traditional yet. Come on. No, that's right, honey. We don't do traditional celebrations neither, honey. How you doing? Come on, okay? How you doing? That's how you know I'm tired. I said, how you doing? Yes, honey. What the hell? Come on, TC. What did you delete that for? What the ham sandwiches going on? Seriously, men attacking her. How many? TC, let me tell you something. And this is what I be telling y'all. This is what I be telling y'all too. Y'all like those masculine men. Let me tell y'all a story, ladies. Let me tell y'all a story about my motherfucking life. Let me tell you a story about my life. Because I'm just so ultra feminine and I just love ultra masculinity. And I thought that ultra masculinity, because society say this, not me, or should I say my society, what I grew up, how I grew up, is that masculine men have muscles, tattoos, and they talk about whooping people's asses. And of course, they sag their pants and yo, cuz, they talk like that. So that's what I initially was attracted to when I became a woman, when I grew into myself. And I became a woman at 12 years old, bitch. Catch that tea. But anyway, so, I was, on chat lines and stuff because, of course, I was a woman. But I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody going to see me as a woman because, of course, I didn't transition at 12 years old. Bitch, I transitioned at 19. But anyway, so I'm like, you know what? Let me go on these interactive mails, LA Blade, the Monoloach, what is it? The Monoloach, these little talkie party lines. And I'm going to give my life. And we met some people like the LA Blade. There was a lot of people on there, like celebrities and stuff too. And one of my girlfriends, hey, Stacy. I miss Stacy, y'all. Y'all, Stacy would have adopted me. Stacy was, she was from Mexico. She was a transgender woman. Actually, she was a drag queen. Yeah, she was a drag queen. And her look was to give off that soft, feminine cunty to get her bills paid. Ain't nothing wrong with that, girl. But, anyway, Stacy had it down, y'all. And what I admired about Stacy is that Stacy came over here through the means of a spirit. And the spirit that she came over here through is a spirit that I've been venerating ever since, bitch. Hello? Yes. 14 years old, bitch. I was in high school. Hello? Venerating this motherfucking spirit, girl. To where even my auntie had a bush outside of her house. That's why I love staying at her house. And she did not know why, but that bush was sacred to that deity. And I'm like, it's meant for me to be at her house. So I stayed there, y'all, for like almost like a year. Like I lived with my auntie for a very long time. But anyway, so going into this situation, so Stacy was also into like the gangster stuff because they were very protective. And there was like, you be secret, I be secret. You don't expose my tea, I don't expose your tea, and I have your back though. And of course, there's some fake gangsters out there. So I'm not going to put all these gangsters down that are into, trans women because I've dated some of them that were really, really cool. But some of them were like putting on fronts. Like they were ultra masculine because inside they wanted to dress up as a woman and snap a finger, but they couldn't. So they wanted to do the flip side of that because see, in the world, we deal with duality. So they wanted to flip it to become extra masculine to still do the gay shit, but to them, attract the other masculine men. That's why I tell people there's nothing more gayer than a masculine man being with a masculine man or a masculine woman being with another masculine woman because femininity and masculinity are drawn to each other. The opposite attract. Two masculine are not going to work out. Two feminine are not going to work out. That's just how it is. Whether it's heterosexual or homosexual or transgender or lesbian, it doesn't matter. It's not going to work out. So going into my situation, Stacy, taught me how to pick out. And, you want someone that's going to protect you because you're a transgender. And girl, if you're out on the streets and something happens, you need to be able to call somebody, they're going to act like they're your cousin. So the clique could have your back. Well, let's just say this. Long story short, because I can't get into all my stories. But I was drawn only into gangster type of man. And then I grew out of the gangster man 100%. The ones who were gangsterish, but still were corporate. Because there's a lot of them too. There's some of them work for the police force right now. Okay, they gangster, but they corporate, honey, where they need to be. On clock, they corporate. Off the clock, they gangster. Catch that tea. And I'm not exposing that none. Shout out to all my people out there. Whatever y'all are. The bouquets, the BKs, LK, whatever y'all are. Love y'all. I don't judge. That's not my business. But anyway, so an experience happened to me where I thought I had the most masculine man. He had tattoos. I believe he had a tattoo on his neck too, like on the back part. And that's my sensitive spot. So when I saw that on him, I'm like, damn, that had to hurt. Because somebody touched that, I'm like, ooh, even when I touch myself, it's like, that's my spot. Okay. So he had a tattoo there. He was very built, gangsterish, girl. He put in missions too. Because he had money. He had money, honey. He had street money. He definitely had money. But something happened. And I won't get too deep into the story, but something happened with this one in particular to where we were We went out to eat somewhere, and I want to say Outback Steakhouse. We went to Outback Steakhouse. I want to say it was Outback Steakhouse or Black Angus, because Black Angus was also in my city at that time. But we went out to eat. We left out late. We're in the car, and I was on his passenger side, obviously. He was on the driver's side. I don't know if it was his rivalry or just a motherfucker that didn't like him, because that person, I didn't get a sense he was like gang affiliated. I don't know, but he was obviously in a gang. And I won't talk about what gang he was in, because I've had them both, the blue side and the red side. Please don't. But anyway, so y'all, this motherfucker was literally going to use me as a body blocker, a shield, a human shield. If this motherfucker would have, did what he wanted to do, bitch, I would have been gone. And the fact that I saw that flip in him so quickly, and I'm saying this because this relates to what happened to Malaysia Booker. This is what go down. That's what I'm telling y'all, bitch. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling my film queens out there, Butch queens, y'all like that gangster shit. And ooh, he's so hot. I'm telling y'all, the highest STD rates are with those motherfuckers because they have sex with everybody, mama, their daddy. They share. They have the highest mental motherfucking issues, bitch, because they're traumatized. No tea, no shade. Going into that, bitch, you're putting your life at risk every time you're dealing with them. And that's what happened to me. So, of course, I literally walked. Oh, my God, y'all. Oh, girl, I was the walking queen back then, honey. I literally walked, got out of the car, walked through the mall. Dark. They didn't have no lights on because obviously they don't want you parking. Walked, went through a little bit of the hood too. Imagine that, little of the hood. He meets you on the other side. Get in the car. I want to take you home. Should I trust you? Because bitch, you're somebody that supposedly loves me, and I supposedly love. And bitch, I did a lot of stuff for this motherfucker, and I won't even get into that. But there's a lot of stuff that I've done. You scratched my back, I scratched your back, and you fucking put me in a situation like that. And to see him flip like that made me realize that he was with me for a fantasy, and the fantasy was to get to pick up mannerisms. Because see, unfortunately, a lot of guys that are into feminine people, including heterosexual men, secretly want to be feminine. And I'm not cutting in, but I used to do, and I'm still getting back into it. I'm a film dom. I used to have clients that were 100% heterosexual males, corporate America, own businesses, organizations, establishments. We won't get into that. And they literally wanted to see what it was like to put on a wig, to put on makeup, to be dressed in heels. And of course, we did it live on camera. And looking at this person outside of the business concept, I'm like, I would never think somebody like that would want to do that. But of course, like I said, that's in their mind. So when you see people who are acting it out, where they're attacking transgenders, they're attacking feminine men. So, oh, you gay? Let me get you together because you're gay. These are men that are secretly, they have a fetish with femininity. They have a fetish with a feminine male. To them, they see the femininity that you're presenting. They're seeing that in you, but they're seeing that that's them. So because you're out in the open, they feel like what is going on in the inside, everyone is seeing it. So to prove that I'm not into you, and to prove that there's no way, shape, or form that I would ever be cool with you or even want to look like you, because I secretly do, I'm going to act out, and I'm going to show the world that I don't give a fuck about you. So, and that's what happened with the guy in that car, and that's what happened with this guy who, not just one, but the guys who did that to Malaysia. These are men that more than likely like to suck D, more than likely like to get a thing or two stuck up their anal cavity. And I would say maybe even some of them probably want to dress up. They probably behind closed door put on women panties. They probably wear male Speedos, honey, because they want to put something to crack of that booty. I'm just saying, you got videos on the internet now about people in prison having stuff and enjoying other tea. I'm just saying. So even going back into people that I knew back in the day, they were into that gangster lifestyle, because even now I know people. And it's usually the Hispanic and Black folks. The white folks, I don't really see that in them. But the Hispanic and Black folks, and some of the Asians too, You know, they were dressed masculine, even though they're queens. Honey, Miss Thing, Boo Boo Kitty. You know, eyebrows would be arched to the gods, honey. Walking around sagging and shit. Yo, what's up, bruh? You know, putting on a front. And then the other men who they knew were down with them, they were like, ooh, brother, you looking real scrunchy. He like, yo, you too, bro. And then bam, they get it on. And of course, somebody got to be the bitch or somebody got to be the man. Like, I'm just saying, I'm not exposing, I'm just saying for what it is. So taking that into consideration, either way, these motherfuckers were punks. They were pussies. They were cowards. They were cowards. Because even if, let's say, for the other side, because I see things both ways, even if they were not into transgenders or wanting to be gay, or they never thought about that. Oh, no, I never thought about that. Okay, at all. What man who is confident in being a man and who feel like he could whoop the world's ass will attack something that is more feminine than him or appear weaker than him? Nobody does that but cowards, because they say the bullies are the ones that were bullied. People who are bully people. People who are abused as children, attacked as children by parents, first of all, or within the household, go into the schools and grow up. Because you got on YouTube, they grow up and they start also bullying and antagonizing people because they were abused as children. So they're projecting what was taught in the inside of the home, because it all starts at home. So going into that, they were still some fucked up motherfuckers. There are still some fucked up motherfuckers. So either way, they are fucking cowards. If you're about that life, join the military. And I'm just going to say this, we're going to throw it out there. For all you people out here that are about that life and I'm going to get it down and you so big and bad, join the military then. Join the army. Honey, Uncle Sam needs you. Honey, be all that you can be. Join the military, bruh. And if we see how hard you are then, you know, hello. If you so hard, bruh, do that. Become a correctional officer. Become a parole, no, not a parole officer, because you, girl, bye. Become a correctional officer. But you're not about that life. You're not about that life, girl, at all. So, like I said, either way, it's a fucked up situation. There's a lot that's going on. And all I see is weak ass motherfuckers. And Malaysia needs to get her shit up. And like I said, I'm going to look up Malaysia because I want to hit Malaysia up. Malaysia needs to get, she needs to get some spiritual tea. And that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to put it out there publicly. She needs to get some spiritual tea because this has to stop. This has to stop. And I hope that Malaysia have no connections with these individuals because, that was very personal. When people attack like that, that's a personal situation. I keep telling people do not randomly attack strangers because they are not knowing what your abilities are, who, what, when, why, how you have with you or on you, so they're not going to do it. Somehow, some way in their mind, they felt a connection. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line is there was a connection made. And that's what allowed them to attack her, because something connected them. So if she did not know them and it was a random act, then that means that they're definitely closet case homosexuals. They're definitely closet case transgenders themselves, because you have so much anger for someone you don't know, but you don't take out the same anger for your mom and dad who wasn't there for you. You don't take out the same anger on the motherfuckers that didn't teach you how to be a man or a woman and be responsible. Even going to see these motherfucking haters. You are not a grown-ass woman. You're not a mature woman. You're not a woman that's healed, because the same anger and animosity that you have for a bitch that you do not know, that you will never be able to break bread with, bitch, at all. No way, shape, or form. You will not have that much anger for them, because you will use that energy that you have for that person to put into healing what you had or you did not have with your parents. That's what you would do. But you're not going to do it. Instead, you're going to do what little girls do and little boys do. Do things to get attention. And it's going to get your attention. Oh, told you. Aha, you got put in a corner. Not knowing the kid that got put in a corner is the most disciplined, the most respectful, and the motherfucker that's going to actually grow up and beat some motherfucking body. While you ran from all the disciplinary actions that should have been taken upon your ass. You should have been whipped. You should have been put in a corner. You should have taken away from you. You grow up and you do shit that should have learned as a kid, as adults. You have to answer to that. There's no way around that. And that's why I tell people, I encourage you to get your children under control while you can, while they're younger. And that's all I'm going to say. Because, honey, you'll thank me later. Okay? Hello, Danielle. How you doing? Yes, honey. Spirit has been up and at it. Yes, honey. Hey, Copta. Even those ATR religions are full of it now. Of course. Come on, Chris Jr. How you doing? Of course. But you know what? Also, we're going to say this. I can't really, cuss out the download people. The download people took care of me for such a long time. And I'm forever grateful. Honestly, I am. And, the download people allowed me to be independent since 17 and a half years old. Can we talk about it? How? Can we talk about it? They allowed me to be independent since 17 and a half years old and not have to want for anything from anybody. The download people gave me a sense of security when I felt like I didn't have it. The download people gave me a sense of power, and they actually woke me up to say, bitch, that's not what I want. I don't want that. Because if I have to get validation behind closed doors in order to feel special, then am I really special? Because who am I sharing my specialness with? If I'm only validated behind the scenes. Like if I'm so special and I'm so cunt, take me out. Let me meet your family. And I told y'all, two of my lovers actually did that. And I was shocked. One of them, it was actually very awkward and uncomfortable. And I actually got kind of scared because there's people that have actually went out like that. I told you, my friend, we both were into the same stuff, and she done since grow. Well, we're not really friends the rest. I don't know, but the last time I spoke to her, she was doing very, very good. But same thing with her. She was dating a man who was, DL, bam. She told him straight up, like, baby, can we be like Santina? At the time, that was my name, Santina. She's like, baby, can we be like Santina? Santina met her boyfriend's family. Can I meet your family? And he said, nah, baby, not right now. And I told her, I said, girl, you might want to leave him then, because that means, bitch, if something go down, he ain't going to have your back. And guess what happened? So I told y'all this story before, but let's get into it again. So what ended up happening was, she was in a shower, okay? And, this was in Atwater, California. Shout out to Atwater, California. And she was in a shower, and her boyfriend's niece walked in on her in the shower. Now, she was a pre-op transsexual back then. I don't know if she is still. I should actually look her up because I remember her first and last name. But she was a pre-op transsexual. So the niece was like, what the fuck is this? So she gets out of the shower, shut the door. And I know about this because she called me while she's in this. And thank God the bathroom had a window. But she literally, the niece went out and told everybody what was going on. Honey, mighty home, honey, that, the bitch is really this and that. Oh, shoot, going in. So the girl's on the phone. She's like, girl, I need your help now. What the fuck am I doing? I'm like, girl, let me call my boyfriend at the time. And so crazy too. He was a NA. He was an NA, and she was in love with a Sue. We're gonna say that. He was an NA, she was in love with a Sue. So he kind of heard about her because I told him about her. Okay. So literally, and I would tell him, you can't help who you fall in love with. So anyway, so I literally asked him if she could go to his house. Y'all, she's running down the street with a towel on, like running down the street. I want y'all to look up Atwater, California. But she was literally running down the street. My boyfriend at the time lived in Merced. I told him, I said, can you please go get my friend, because I feel like something's going to happen to her, and I can't be responsible for a transgender losing their life. Please help out. So he got his dad, him and his dad both went because he needed his backup, and they picked up this girl. Now, the dad clocked her teeth. But see, he didn't give a fuck. Because like I said, I met his parents, and the mother knew what the tea was because several reasons. We won't go into it. But the dad didn't know. And the dad was like, well, hell, it doesn't matter. The bitch look pretty. I'll get it too. And then the mom and dad actually got it too because of that too. That was crazy. But when she got in the car, the dad was like, you love these motherfucking trannies, don't you? Like, the dad's flat out after, bitch, you love these trannies. But anyway, so they go back to his house. She puts on his clothes. I guess she felt some type of way like, ooh, I'm going to get this man. Y'all, she's calling my phone while she's there. Girl, you know, the daughter is asleep right now, and we're just up watching a movie. And I'm like, is this bitch fucking my man? So you know what she did. And I should have been a messy ass bitch. But see, I'm not a messy bitch. Because see, I tell you, I had some opportunity to be messy. I could have went, I could have, because I knew the address she was at. I could have went over there. I could have took Amtrak down there. I could have went over to the boyfriend's house and said, your transgender girlfriend is over at an NA's house. And she's over at his house doing things with him. I could have been a hateful ass bitch, actually. And set it all off, bitch. I could have been like Queen Latifah and set it all off, bitch. I wouldn't have been in it, but I could have watched it been set off. But you know, like I'm not messy. I was never messy. And yeah, so she, you know, had him. And then, of course, he was like, I just want to say this. She told me that she was talking to a lot of guys. Who is Mikey? Who is Edgar? Who is Oscar? Who is Eduardo? Who is Eddie? And who is that? And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, honey, I'm an internet sensation. At that time, I was not. I mean, I'm still not. But at that time, I really was not. Like, I was probably like well-known on Stickcam and Urban Chat and BGC Live and stuff. But, and was it Thug Chat or something? But I wasn't like that big. But anyway, yeah, honey, she told him a whole bunch of shit. She fucked that relationship up. And then guess what? We rekindled. We forgave each other 3 years later. And then I get with a new man. And this new man was a sweet, professional Colombian man. Shout out to my Colombianos out there. Sexy as hell, built. He's from LA, but he moved up here. But anyway, I won't go into that background because he's happily married now with children. And in fact, when I met him, he was actually having a baby with a woman. He wanted to use her as a surrogate. So we were going to have kids together and stuff. But anyway, so, because at the time I wanted a man who could have his own kids on. Anyway, so she did something to his fucking ass. We got over it. She met up with him, found out he lived 30 minutes away from her. They met up. He calls me on three-way, talking about some, hey, yo, she told me that you be getting down with the get down. I'm like, what does that mean? And he's like, yo, blah, 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 blah. And then sure enough, I'm like, well, I'm at school right now because I was in college at the time. I was like, I'm at school right now. And y'all call me for this bullshit? And then she's like, hey, girl, hello. You know, that fake ass bullshit. Hey, girl, what are you doing? And I'm like, what? You want to? How did she get on this phone call? Wait a minute, did she call me? Like, what just, bitch, I was dumb for a minute. I was like, bitch, did she call me? And I asked her to put you on three-way call? Or what the fuck going on? And she's like, no, actually, I have this number. So you know what's about to go down. Bitch, you know what's about to go down. But see, if it wasn't for the Lord, if it wasn't for my spirits, I would have been behind bars for that. I would have, ooh, Jesus. It would have been some nest. I don't want to get into that, guy. It would have been a case for sure because we actually met up and it was on the scene of like a fucking movie or shit, like a reality show. We met up. She stepped out of his car. I met up with him, honey. It was supposed to just be us. He stepped out the car. She stepped out the car. And I'm like, I almost said a bitch. Well, we spent the night with each other last night. Okay, bitch, we got all this space and opportunity, bitch. We're on the top of a motherfucking building. We're several feet above the motherfucking ground. Concrete at that. So you tried to fuck up my relationship with my first man, okay, who I was a stepmother. I had a stepdaughter, bitch. Excuse me? Okay, you fucked up that relationship. Now you fucked this relationship with a man who's a business motherfucker who we're going to be building shit together. We're going to be building shit, bitch, and you fuck it up because you're a thought? You a cocksucking, dirty ass, gutter bachata ass, Mexican roachy ass bitch. And you think that he wants you, bitch? Colombians are very picky and definitely high standard, girl. You're a roach. He's not into you, girl. He's going to do what he's going to do with you. He's going to talk to this side. He's going to be like, well, actually, okay, well, you let her know right now that you're going to be with her and that you're going to give her access to your buildings and shit. And you're going to go down to the city hall and you're going to go buy her a necklace and stuff, a promise necklace. Go ahead and tell her. And he's like, well, and she's like, what? Oh, no. Bitch, please. Honey, it was done. I don't know if they still talked. I walked away. I said, bitch, I can't do it. So like I said, that's why I'm single. I love being single. I'm not into community trade. Men that like other trans, we got to pass. And we don't do that sideline shit. We'll do that base that shit, bitch. I'm not into a man who's looking to build himself up. I need a man that's already established. How you doing? Okay. But anyway, listen, y'all, let me go. I've been talking too much, bitch. It's 2:02 in the morning. I have some things I have to do, actually. We're doing some work. Yes, we're doing some work, honey. As you can see, we're doing some heavy work, darling. As you can see, let's just get into, I'm not really this type of girl, but let's just get into some of the tea. Isn't that gorgeous? Yes, let's just get into some of the tea, honey. Hopefully this is a different one. Isn't that gorgeous? Let's get into the tea. Just a little bit of tea. Just a little bit of tea, honey. We got some offering teas here. We have some energy teas here. We got some teas to see exactly what we need to see. Yes, honey. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh, it is so gorgeous, honey. Yes. I want to show y'all the little different one. I want to show y'all. I should have had them to organize it. Oh, this is it. Isn't that cute? Look at the Cancer. And guess what? Guess how much this is? $1. Yes, this is $1. Shout out to my Cancers. It's out of the bag. We're working with some Cancers, honey. Yes. We're working with some Cancers, and we're also working with some, let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find the other one. Oh, here we go. Oh my God, who is that? Wow. Yes, I'm excited. Yes, we're excited, honey. We're going to the river. And look, my baby getting excited. Oh my God, really? Okay. Make sure he didn't break it. Yes, honey. Come on, honey. Yes, honey. So I gotta organize my teeth. Oh, that's another thing too. Let me say this right here. And of course, when I do this candle magic class, I'm going to be doing. Oh, for those who do not get the Salamate class, we're going to do the last class. You will get it by Tuesday. Okay. Monday's my day off. We're going to be doing it. And then I got to go do some errands with my mom today. But either way, there are different aspects to the color. So don't think because these basic ass motherfuckers told you what we can do with the color yellow or orange, what I'm doing with this orange candle. Don't assume because the motherfuckers told you about the yellow candle that you know what I'm doing with the yellow candle. Because you could do green magic, black magic, pink magic, white magic, and motherfucking red magic with a yellow candle. Get into it. Same thing with the orange, the pink, the yellow, the Cancer, the Pisces. It doesn't matter, bitch. It's all about this. Like I said, these are tools. It's all about the practitioner. So I don't mind showing that to you. But anyway, I want to just say this and I'm going to be done. There are people out here that are telling you guys, because they're hoodooists. And I think that the term hoodoo is another term for being spiritually lazy. That's why I like using the word hoodoo. I hate I really dislike using that word hoodoo because I feel like it's another word for laziness. Because some people, they don't want to do the real drawn out rituals. They don't want to, you know what I mean? So people will go get blue coloring dye to dye vinegar instead of putting blueberries in it, which blueberries have very power. Blueberries are very protective and they're very dominating. So why not go get blueberries, wild blueberries, crush them up and put them in your vinegar to also change them? There's actual Natural shit you can get to dye shit. Why go get that little artificial shit? But anyway, I won't get into that. So they will actually, like I said, hoodoo is used interchangeably with lazy spirituality. Like, I'm a hoodooist. Okay, bitch. Now I equate hoodooism with lazy motherfuckers, even though I know it's not true, because I know people that practice Missouri hoodoo, Tennessee hoodoo, and also Louisiana hoodoo, and a whole bunch of parts of the states hoodoo. So we're not going in on people. We're going in on people that are public figures, and they said they do hoodoo, but yet their hoodoo is lazy spirituality. One of the biggest concepts they're saying is, I don't cleanse my candles. I go to the store, I buy the candles, and I just work. I don't have to cleanse it. Why I need to do that? And it's usually the ones who are taught. Like, you could look at them and say, that's not natural to you. Hoodoo is not natural for you. Supernatural is not natural for you. You're very naturally in tune with the natural, but the supernatural is new for you. You could tell. But they will have this little, like I said, theory of, you don't got to wash your candles. You don't have to cleanse them. You can just take them off the shelf and burn them. But little do they know that magic is energy. And the energy that's not only in the wax, because let's say, for a good example, this candle is the Holy Spirit candle. While the person who was making this candle was pouring this wax, they could have been unholy. They could have said, fuck that shit. No, they could have been in the work, pissed off at the wife. I can't stand that bitch. No, like, they could have been going crazy. We know the Holy Spirit's not about that. Hallelujah. The Holy Spirit is not about that. We know that. The Holy Spirit's not about angry. It's not about anger and deception, all of this stuff. So they put that spirit into this candle. And now we talk about the real hoodooists out there. Because see, if you don't know about real hoodoo, you watch this basic ass bullshit on this internet, you're not going to understand what I'm saying. So you got the spirit of that anger and disconnection and animosity and jealousy in this candle. Even though this candle say, Holy Spirit, cleanse my house, cleanse me up. That nasty tainted spirit's up in here. So if you don't clean that candle and your energy is pure and it's precise, and you put that candle, you start adding your little herbs to it, which is now feeding the spirit that's in this candle, the anger, the abomination. You start feeding that spirit because you're putting the herbs in, which is amplifying the energy. As I said, sugar could sweeten shit, and it can also sour shit. Honey, hello? Girl, I could make you a sweet little apple pie and fuck your ass up spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Don't play with me. Sugar is not always about sweetening and making things good. Hello? So going into that, you're taking this uncleansed candle, which does not have your intention on it. Your intention is only in the herbs that you put into it, and it's only in whatever else you have. And that's if you pray and charge up your herbs. Because if you don't cleanse your candles, that means you go to the store, buy cinnamon, and just sprinkle into the container. You don't wake that. You don't activate. Because see, people talk about they hoodooists and they do this and that, but you're not a root worker. You don't know anything about the herbs. You're not an herbalist. You don't know how herbs operate. You don't know the difference between shifted or cut, or the root or the flower. You don't know about that. You go get a root of a thing, you say, oh, I can use the root of that. Bitch, you don't know that. That root could be poisonous if you put it in your work, bitch, and what's going on? My kids are getting sick. Duh. Bitch, you put some shit in your counter that should have been there, so now you added flames into the herb, and now you're releasing gas and other shit, vibrations and energies into the atmosphere. So going into that, you're feeding the spirit that's in this wax. And then on top of that, your intention is your own intention. So you think by touching the candles, you're cleansing the candle. But in fact, because you have a little bit of anger in you too, jealousy, animosity, because that's human nature, greed, nastiness, you're now amplifying or tripling the greedy spirit that's inside that wax, because the motherfucker who made it had it in him or had it in her. So now you burn a candle, you light it, you say, why does shit turn black? Why does shit crack? Well, I did candle work on the same shit for like 3 months, but nothing happened. Or actually, I did the work for 3 months, everything was good, and all of a sudden, bad shit started happening. And you won't try to sit up on YouTube and try to convince people like me who knows energy. Because being a spiritualist means you work energy. A spirit is an energy source. Spiritualist understands and works with the energy source. Spirituality, if that's a word, and I know it's not, but spiritology deals with the study of the motherfucking spirit or energy source. So when you say you're a Reiki master, you say you're a spellcaster, you say you're a doctor, even then a physician, you are still working with diagnosing, dissecting, or building up motherfucking energy. But you're going to convince me that you also do the same type of work, but I don't have to cleanse my candles. I can just grab it off the shelf and just do the work. Hell, I don't even think they do all that. I think they just grab it, light it, burn it up, that's it. And it's like, you need to get that shit together. Then you wonder why y'all looking the way y'all looking. 20 years old looking like you're damn 50. Where you want to show yourself on camera. 38 looking like you're damn 92. You want to show yourself on camera. I'm a hoodooist. Girl, bye, you look fucking crazy, honey. You look crazy. Because those spirits that you're feeding in these battle axe candles are eating your ass up. Because see, you're not cleansing the candles. So you letting a woman who possibly had money problems touch on your money candle, right? Because you bought it for money. So this bitch probably had, we add that in there too. Maybe it's not even the wax, the person who put the wax in the candle. Maybe it's the person who stocked the candles. Maybe that bitch said, oh, I can't stand this job. Fuck this nigga. Fuck this man. She throwing all those candles up there, and bitch, you just collect that energy. I want to get it here. Give that to me. I'll take that. I'll take that too. I take it all. Yeah, I take. Bitch, you collecting that shit, girl. Then you gonna sit here and say you're not cleansing those candles. Girl, bye. I don't want none of that work. Girl, bye. Keep that shit up over there. Bitch, keep your unclean ass up over there, bitch. Keep your unclean ass up. Because even Satan is clean shit. I don't care what nobody says. Even Satanists fucking consecrate items. Cleanse items. Anybody who knows about real spirituality, cleanse fucking items. So if you're doing training wheel magic, and you're doing some basic ass shit that's probably not going to work, then you too will say, I don't cleanse my candles. You're the same motherfuckers that are saying that candle's not guaranteed or the work is not guaranteed. Of course it's not guaranteed. Because, bitch, you're half-assing the work. If you're even going to do it. Because some of these people don't even do the fucking work. Bitch, let me see my results. Let me see my work. Let me see my work. And I tell y'all, when y'all get work done with me, I take pictures of all of my work. All of my work. Let me make sure there's not let me see if I can organize different albums. I take pictures of all of my works, honey. All of my works. Oh shit, there's people's faces in it. Okay. So I can't even show y'all, but I was going to kind of show y'all in distance, but there's actual people's faces in them. And their name and birthdays and stuff. But I take pictures of the work and I send you pictures of the work that I'm doing. You don't get everything, like I said, because of course we do some things that are really not that holy and not that, safe for pictures and all the good stuff. And some of the stuff cannot even be tapped into because some spirits are not into that shit, pictures and all that. And I learned my lesson. Can we talk about it? Hold up. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, out. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Can we talk about it for a minute? And no, I take good care of my shit. Can we talk about it for a minute? Spirits. You can't go into certain spiritual places. Because like I said, I don't do work just in my house. I do energy work. When you do energy work, bitch, you can't put that energy in your home. But this is what we talk about right here. You see that? You see that? Let's let that light go out. You see that right there? Spirits don't like that. I have another phone, bitch, that actually costed me when I first bought it. Cost me $300. I want to say 6 months later, because I was doing a lot of work at that time. I think there's one person that had like protection. They had a whole bunch of shit done. But like I said, I'm very, very safe with my phones. Like this phone right here has a hard body casing on it, which I typically put my phones on hard body cases so it can drop, it can get thrown, it's not going to break. I even put thick screen protections on it. But either way, one of the phones I have, it literally blew up to where I cannot turn back on that phone. And I'm just like, was this self-inflicted or was this somebody put something on me? Because that time everybody was, ooh, we're doing something on you, bitch. We getting you together, ho. We doing something on you, bitch. You know, everybody was parading, but they couldn't do shit to get the stuff out the projects. That's what I'm trying to figure out, bitch. Why can't you do work to get your ass a man and keep him? Why can't you do shit to make your relationship a little more happier? Why can't you do shit to make sure your man come home to you and only you, and he not giving your money to the next bitch? Why can't you do shit to heal yourself of your diabetes, but you out here doing spells on people? You can heal other people, but you can't heal your diabetes? Okay, girl. But anyway, so I'm like, let me look to see what's going on. So it was revealed to me that it was self-inflicted. And what happened is we did work with somebody, and I still got pictures of the location so I could show y'all when I plugged that phone in. But we did work for someone in a sacred place in California, which were near these sacred trees. And of course, when you do work in nature, you have to get permission first. That's the first thing. Okay. But the second thing is, some of these energies don't like you taking pictures and videos and all that good stuff. So that's why I tell people I can't take pictures of every single thing. If you get pictures of me, typically it's going to be me in my own home, me, outside, maybe doing some minor stuff. But the major stuff where we start invoking and pulling in spirits and energy, bitch, you're not going to get video and all that. We tried that before where there was no sound. The video was fucking breaking up and shit. And I'm like, are you doing this on purpose? No, honey, I can show you the original copy. Like, the video looks crazy because Spirit was not having that. And some of the videos even came out all the way black. Okay. So, like I said, there's just certain things you can, there's certain things you cannot do. So that's why I don't do them. But I still send you pictures showing that I'm doing the work, that I'm doing something. So bitch, this bitch is really doing some shit, not just acting. But with that other phone, like I said, it literally got scorched. The charger got scorched, which literally damaged the phone, but not really. Like it got the phone to where I could not power back on the phone because I was going to be finishing the work anyway. And the guy was able to fix it, but I had to pay $350, which is more than what the phone is worth, to fix that one little prop. And it does cut on and stuff. Thank God. I need to actually plug it in because there's hella pictures on there, hella old pictures. And I can even X shit up. But anyway, so that's what happened. And even going into it, I did work with one person, and she was like, I want to see everything. Like, bitch, I thought the first time, hold up. Bitch, you're not doing the work. You paid me to do the work for you. Don't sit there and talk, well, I need to see everything. No, fuck you don't. You want to do the work yourself, and you want me to do the work for you. Because, bitch, you're not about to know what the fuck I'm over here doing, bitch. Hello? You're not know every fucking thing, bitch. You want me to do the work for you, you want to do it your damn self. Because, bitch, you want to see everything, bitch, you do the work your damn self so you can see everything from your own perspective. How about that? So, I'm just like, I'm going to make this bitch happy. And it's not about people, it's about spirit. Because you don't deal with flesh, you deal with spirits, honey. So when that spirit get people to jump up and be like, I better see everything, bitch, what's going on? That's a spirit. So I took pictures of me doing the work. And that time, I actually was required to do that work near a sewage place. We'll keep it at that. I took pictures of the sewage place. Two things happened. Mysteriously, the lens of the camera got shattered. I got a witness today to testify with that. Literally, the screen got shattered because at that time I had an assistant that would help me. The lens of the phone, like this piece right here, literally shattered. And how I knew, because in the picture, when I was trying to take a picture, it would look very cut off. And I'm like, is there a setting on my phone or something? Look over, bitch, it was fucking shattered. So the spirit cracked that fucking lens. On top of that, for me to take the pictures off of the phone that I already had was a process. It kept telling me the files are too large. I even had Bluetooth on my computer. I was trying to connect the Bluetooth and send that way. It was telling me files are too large. I'm like, what? Pictures? So I knew that was spirit. So like I said, I take pictures of my work. You should also know that I'm doing work. You can ask your spirits for that. That's why I offer classes. You can ask your spirits to show you signs, show you dreams. And typically when work is being done for you, you will know. Trust me, you will know. I'm not saying typically, 100% of the time, you will know if I'm doing work for you or not. You will know that. And anybody, you will know. But for sure, you're going to know. You're going to know if I'm doing the work for you. For sure, with me, you're going to know. Because, of course, there's a process that I do that you have to do in order to do effective work. And everybody don't do it. So that's why I always tell people, after 3 to 6 months we do your work and you're not getting any results, it's best for you to do a reading to see exactly what's going on, because I guarantee you there's a lot of self-inflicted stuff there. Everybody does not follow directions. Everybody does not step outside their box. It's just, it is what it is. Come on, CJ Taylor. How are you? Thank you. Thank you. Come on, CJ. But yes, everybody can't do it. Everybody's not doing it. They're not paying attention. They're not wanting to do the work. They want to take their time. And I told you, I have regular people. I have people that get a lot of casework done with me, a lot of casework done. And of course, a lot of them are anonymous. So that's why I don't really go into names and stuff. Some of them are from YouTube. Some of them are off YouTube. In fact, when it comes down to my clientele ratio, most of my people are either through word of mouth or they're in person. Like my internet clientele is still there, but in person or word of mouth, like, oh, my friend direct me to you. It's there. So like I said, we're not about no games. We don't play games, honey. I want to make sure you're getting what you're asking for and you're getting what you're putting your money into, and that's it. So yeah, come on. I forgot what I was saying with that. Oh, but I have a regular client, one of them in particular, and she always say, girl, when I get married, I want you to officiate my marriage. Because, you know, I'm a licensed, not a fake certified, what do you call it? Marriage officiant minister. Honey, I'm a real in the state of California and motherfucking Nevada. Okay, so those are two states I can marry people in. And she's like, I want to do a special spiritual wedding. I want you to reunite my spirits with my man's spirits. And I want us to have a union with each other, but also with our spirits. And I'm like, you get married, your spirits are getting married too. Yeah, but I want you to really, really tie it down. And in my mind, I'm like, I know exactly what she's talking about. So, like I said, we done a lot of work. We done work for her, her grandchildren, her husband, her children. We done shit for her neighbors. I think even her mom, like she asked a question about herself and something came through for her mom. And she's like, I didn't ask you about my mama. You don't have to ask about your mama, girl, but you're thinking about her heavily because something came up for her and this is what it is. And she's like, so do you just do what you want to do with a reading? That was actually one of our first little interactions. She's like, do you do whatever the fuck you want to do with your readings or you give a reading according to what your customer asks? I said, well, listen, you ask the question and what comes through, bitch. And it's gonna deal with what's on your mind or what you can't. Y'all see him, honey? There's energy in here right now circulating. That's why he's doing all that looking around. He's like, look. My baby is very spiritually in tune. Ain't that right, baby? He's a good baby. He's a good and spiritual baby. He's a good spiritual. He's trying to be protective right now. Look. He's trying to be protective. It's okay. They're good. It's okay. They're good babies. It's okay. He always trying to be protective. It's okay, honey. People say cats are protective, mama, but dogs can be too. I know. Dogs have very powerful spirits. People forget about that. Doggies have very powerful babies. Yeah, they got very powerful spirits. It's okay. You want to get down? Yeah, come on, go get down and see what that is. Go see what that is. Go get it. Anyway, come on, TC. Yes, honey. Come on, TC. How you doing? Yes, honey. Yes, me. Yes, TC. Right. Listen, some people don't have the mental capacity to do anything spiritual. Because like I said, spirituality starts with your mind. And that's just the truth of it all. Bitch, you know, people just talk about me having a short attention span. I have a very long attention span. When I get in front of my camera, my video, this is me talking to people, but technically talking to a screen. And I know that. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's, oh, bitch, I'm actually talking to people. Like, bitch, in my mind, I'm like, bitch, I'm talking to a motherfucking screen. So it's kind of hard. Like, I'm not looking at nobody face to face. I like looking at people. So when I'm here, but my thoughts start pulling in other stuff to where maybe someone out here is doing something and I'm picking that up. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, girl, the girl that's back there burning the green candle while we're talking right now, who just started on her work on Friday, and she's working with that Venus energy, the pink energy, and she's trying to get love with a Libra man. Like, I'm not going to stop what I'm saying to do that. So, but that's what happens. So when I'm on here, like I said, it's not a short attention span, because when it comes down to doing work, you have to have a very in-depth attention span, if that's even a term, a long attention span, because some prayers require you to be 8 hours straight. If I got a short attention span, bitch, I can't remember that I started doing my spell 8 hours ago. An hour in, I'm gonna say, what? What was I saying? Like, girl. So I don't have a short attention span. But when it comes down to doing this type of work, you got to have a long attention span. You got to be able to quiet yourself and for a long period of time. I told y'all, I've done sessions for days. I've done sessions where I literally, we're talking about casework, that I literally forgot that was a whole new week. In my conscious mind, I got so wrapped up into spiritual, because time and space is an illusion, that I literally thought that it was Tuesday of the following week or Tuesday of the previous week, but it was actually Monday. And I'm like, Monday the what? And I'm like, oh my God, that's so crazy. So even having a lot of calendars have helped to keep my conscious mind leveled. And that's also too why I say people that I surround myself with have to be very spiritual, but I still need you to be normal, because I think I'm a normal person, but when you're in that spiritual stuff, you start to fly high to where you forget things, and not that you forget things in a bad way, but you're so into the spirit world that there's no time. In the spirit world, everything is happening instantaneously. Like, it's now, so in this dimension, it's 10 years from now. But being a spiritual person, being a intercessor, being an oracle, constantly in that prayer mode, like I said, it lifts your vibrations to where you forget that you forget about space and time, because you're literally elevating yourself up, not ascending, but you're elevating. That means you're raising your vibration to a certain frequency, and you're tapping into that. When you raise up, you forget about the other shit, because here we're stuck on a certain frequency. I think it's 3.14 high. Now, don't quote me on that, but like I said, that's what happens. But you got to have a good attention span. You got to be able to have a clear mind. You got to be able to focus. Some people can't focus. They're like, how do you focus? I couldn't help but think about my man the whole time. Like, so maybe you're not meant to do spiritual work. Maybe you're not meant to do it. Maybe you're meant to get work done from people and then let them direct you on what to do on your end, to where you don't do it as heavy. But everybody got everybody thinking that everybody's a spiritualist. So you got people that are they're not even meant to be mothers and fathers out here trying to be spiritual leaders. And it's like, how the fuck are you out here? How the fuck are you out here eaching one and teaching one? And we talk about this for when I get allergies, I cough, I don't sneeze. Shout out to my ancestors, honey. I cough. Allergies is fucking me up, honey. Well, not really. But I was really, really coughy yesterday. It was so windy yesterday that it broke my damn palm tree. And I got a piece of it in water right now with some rose budding stuff. But yeah, it was horrible yesterday. So I was coughing a lot, honey. Ugh. But anyway, you got to be able to focus. You got to be able to clear your mind. You got to be able to tap into that energy. You got to be able to know that the future and the past is happening right now. That's why they say history repeats itself. That is a mundane way of saying history repeats stuff, because history never changes. Or the past, when they say history, they mean the past. The past repeats itself because the past is always continuing to happen. And that's what allows us to tap into our deceased loved ones who have passed on. But of course, people are not going to tell you that. But that's how you tap into your loved ones, because they're still here. Even though they're not here, they are here. And even though you're here, you're really not here. So that's why death to the dead or the transitioned ones, they don't know the difference. Even there's people that have passed on or transitioned who don't know they've transitioned. They're still stuck. So to them, they're battling out with trash. Like, bitch, what you doing here? But you're like, what you doing here? Like, bitch, what you doing here? Like that type of stuff. So like I said, there is things that you have to know how to do before you can step up and do work. Not only yourself, but other people. And that's how I always tell people, it's good to ask people, what are their mental state? Give me a letter of reference if you want to get down to that. And like I tell people, if we're doing abyss level double, abyss deep, oh my God, abyss deep or abyss deepest realm level rituals, I got no problem showing you bitches. I got a psychologist. I got a fucking therapist. You can get their license number. You can get their actual number to know, bitch, that my mind is healthy. To where I keep telling y'all, I've asked for ambient because I'm one of those people. I'm a Gemini. I'm always going. Like my thoughts are always going. Like even when I'm about to fall asleep, I'm still, and of course I learned how to manage that, but I'm still, okay, when I get up, I'm gonna do this now. Oh God. And don't let us go into spiritual stuff. When I'm relaxed, that's when the spiritual shit come flooding in to where I tell you guys, like a lot of people told me this is what you do to get it in control. Like I see spirits coming to you at 3 or 4 in the morning, turning on your lights, doing shit. Yes, spirits are always trying to get my attention because I'm open to that stuff. And we are open to that stuff and you get relaxed. Like right now I'm up and I'm focused. So I'm having tunnel vision. But when I'm relaxed, I'm more open. And then things start coming in to where shit don't even, that I should be concerned with, start coming up for me. Like I won't even go into that. Like crazy shit comes up. So like I said, there's a lot of tea that goes into doing spiritual work. A lot. Come on, Rose. How you doing? Yes. Come on. Let me drink me some hibiscus tea. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mm. Y'all. Mm-hmm. This is mango. I taste like mango. I taste like mango and hibiscus and pineapple because that's all I eat. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I taste just like candy. I'm not joking either. You cannot say anybody who's ever had a chance to taste me. But anyway, there's processes and people do not understand the processes and they just feel like because there's videos out there on how to read tarot that they know about tarot. And it's like, now you're opening up these doors for these spirits and now these spirits are there. Now you don't know what to do. So now these spirits fuck you up. And I've had spirituals hit me for work and I've continued to say this and I will continue to say this. I've said this and I will continue to say this. There's spirituals that have had their own channel or their own business. There's people that are traveling psychics that go to fairs and conventions that read other people and they've come to me for work. Flat out. Because they're like, something's going on and I don't know what's going on. And I know what's going on. You're reading everybody who's bringing you money and you're pulling on their energy because that's what you're doing. You're being the mediator between their world and the world they're trying to tap into. And what's happening is you're not knowing the process of how to deal with that. And you're keeping those energies with you. So it's like I smudge myself. Smudging is not enough. Oh, I took a bit. There's processes to that. So you have to know how to do certain things before you can do it. Or not before you do it, you got to know how to do certain things before you can start offering readings for people. Now, like I said, anybody could grab a tarot card and pull them and tell you the interpretation of it, but a real spiritualist could grab that. I can grab 5 cards. I can grab, we'll do 15 because 15 is my number. 5 is my number, we'll do 5 times. So I do 15 cards and pull the same 15 cards on 20 people. Because, right, what are the chances of 15 cards? If I do 50 people with 15 cards, more than likely 1 card would come up for each person, right? But I do 20 people, everyone will still get a different interpretation of that, right? So going into that, even though the same card would come up, I, being a spiritualist, could tap into what that card is representing with your situation and say, yes, you got this card and this card means this and that, and it's head on. Even though I've just put that card for the previous person, for that person, it was something totally different. Even going into playing cards, people will try to stick in. I told y'all this story before, and I'm gonna really be done. Between 3 in the morning and 5 in the morning, the allergies go up. I was telling my friend this, I think that they farm around that time. I think 3 in the morning to 6 in the morning, they're letting the cows graze and they're shaking those trees because 3 to 5, like I tell you now, my allergies go crazy. I forgot where I was going with that. But I kid you, damn, I forgot where I was fucking going with that because I have to tell you about the damn allergy thing. If I'm being fucking done. 5. What the fuck was I going with that? Oh, well. Don't want me to talk about it, honey. Oh, well, honey. Come on, Melly. Who you doing? Yes, honey. Great rising. Come on. Yes, honey. Who you doing? Maybe to come to me before I go. Yeah, it's not going to come to me, honey. It's not that important, honey. The tarot cards, there was something with that, though. It was something. Oh, yes. Bam. Not the tarot cards, the playing cards. Come on, TC. I gave someone a reading, and we did a reading. We did more than one reading, and we also did candle readings, right? Because I do candle readings. And of course, people talk about the jar readings, but what about the wax readings? What about the wax readings? They're talking about the jar readings. What about the pillars? You know what I mean? What about the pillar readings? If the candle stops like that and looks like this, like what does this mean? So no one really talks about that. But anyway, so we've done the readings, we've done the cards, we've done the spiritual readings, and my answer was very, very clear. But they also done readings. They also do readings. They also hit up other spirituals. They also looked up online, what does this card mean? What does that card mean? And like I said before, there are 21 plus different styles of reading tarot cards and reading playing cards. So there is no bitch, you're not going to sit here, me being the reader. And I'm not saying, bitch, to insult that person because we don't have no bad blood. I think we're cool. But you're not going to tell me what my cards that I pulled for you, what my spirits revealed to me about your situation. Tell me what your interpretation that was. Oh, you pulled that card means that card. Girl, bye. I could pull the exact same fucking cards. Bitch, there's people that get readings done for me at least once a motherfucking month, bitch. And some people get it once a week because they want insight on a weekly forecast. Bitch, once a motherfucking bitch, and we done pulled the same fucking cards, bitch. There's only fucking 72 cards. Depending on what type of reading you're doing 52 to motherfucking 72 fucking cards. Can we talk about it? Sometimes 100 motherfucking 10. I mean, if you've been doing readings for the same person for the past motherfucking year, I mean, how many fucking ways could those cards be fucking pulled? So, bitch, people have gotten the same cards pulled, and each time they got a reading, there's been a different interpretation. It's always been accurate. But if they were to look up what those cards mean, they would say, wait, you say there was a 5 of spades? I don't mean that. There was a 9 of hearts? I don't mean that. Yeah, because you went online and you Google what that means. That's what that person's interpretation is. That's their technique. But there's 21 plus. Now, I want you to ask that in your head. 21 plus. And I say plus because there's techniques out there that are not shared with the public. There's people out there that are not coming out saying, I'm a witch, I'm a spiritualist, I do readings. Everybody who's hipping, that's what they do, bitch. You know exactly what it is. As I said before, I started offering services because I saw these fake ass wannabe spiritualists out here trying to deceive people and get money off motherfuckers. Bitch, go suck a dick. You won't quick money like that. Bitch, be a hoe like you were. Because you a hoe too. You out here looking for gold. You don't gold digging. That's a hoe too, girl. Be a gold digger to get money. If you got so much money, why you out here trying to earn money too? I went to school for nursing. Bitch, go to school for nursing then. If you're really out here doing work, like you got on the work on the spiritual money making business because bitch, you saw money was coming. That's why you're connected to that whole fucking fraud circus. And then y'all have nerve to try to say I was connected to that shit. I don't fuck with none of those hoes. Okay, and I don't want to say it like that, but I don't fuck with any known African American and or Caucasian American spiritualists, and we'll keep it at that. No tea, no shade. I'm not cutting it. I love my Caucasian American people. I love my Black American people, but bitch, I'm not learning none of my spiritual shit from you, bitch, and we're not sharing and contrasting no motherfucking else, bitch, because what you got is watered down and it was brought over to where my ancestors done. Like, bitch, what you got is a watered down version of what my ancestors knew. Well, my ancestors brought in top show motherfucking ancestors or those who caught on to it late. So, like I said, girl, there's nothing for me to share with you or learn anything from. So, no tea, no shade, but there's 21 plus ways, like I said, of reading cards, and everyone is going to interpret the card differently. And on top of that, if you know how to read cards, everyone knows how to read cards. And even going into that, everyone is not going to be able to interpret the card differently. So like I said, I pulled a 5 of spades, and because I know most of the 21 techniques, I work with 7 major techniques when it comes to pulling cards. So each time we did a reading, the card was revealed separately because my conscious mind knew that there's 7 different ways that these cards could be interpreted, right? My conscious mind knew that. But my spiritual mind stepped in your subconscious mind, because just like you driving home tired, What kicks in when you're driving home tired? What kicks in when you're driving home upset and can't focus? What allows you to stop at these stop signs? Better yet, when you're sleeping, what keeps you breathing? What keeps your heart going while you're sleeping, honey? Something steps in. So the same thing happens when you do these readings. Something steps in and it clarifies for you what's going on. So I then come out and say, bam, 5 of spades means blah, 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 blah. There's this, that. Be careful. There's a group of people, blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they're like, what? A group of people? I don't know who that is. Let me write it down. They write it down and write it down. And some people want to sit here and say, this card means what? Okay, 5 of spades mean, what was it? Da, 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 And I'm like, please be sure to write the date and what questions you ask if you're writing this down. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be like, well, that's weird because 5 of spades came up our last reading. You said that means it's not. Yeah, it meant that for that situation. But my question to you is, did that come to pass? It did. Bam. So if you've had 21 readings with me, let's throw it out there because we've done a reading a week for 5 months. Okay, let's talk about it. If you've had 21 different readings and we've pulled up 5 of spades, let's say 8 of those times, and each time we put those cards, something differently came out of it and it came to pass, why would you then question at this reading? Oh, because you Googled it. Oh, because another spirit just taught you how to read the cards, their technique, and they told you that what I'm doing is not right. Bitch, I know what the fuck I'm doing, bitch. Hello? Bitch, I know what the fuck I'm doing, bitch. Ask me how I got where I'm at, bitch. How about that? Ask me how I know not to fuck with certain people and who to go around and who not to go around. Bitch, ask how about that? Hello, bitch, ask about that. Bitch, don't bring me no damn bullshit, bitch. You won't see me in nobody's damn botanica or shop getting a spiritual reading, bitch, because I'm good with my spirits. Bitch, I know how to tell signs and know that. Bitch, I know that. So, bitch, don't sit here and do a movie. Girl, bye. So that's what that person did. They were like, well, that card that you pulled that card because it means that. No, that's what it means if you pulled the card. When I pulled the card, that's what that meant. And that's what that meant because you look back on your notes. I told you that card been there, and that's what that happened because I told you that one of your coworkers was coming into your job and they're going to fuck your shit up. And then you're going to sit here and tell me that the card mean, according to your understanding, that one of the coworkers was going to give you an opportunity to advance your work. Bitch, that's the same fucking thing, girl. If somebody got me fired from a job, bitch, that closed one door and opened up a better door because I trust my spirits enough to get me through it. Can we talk about it? If someone ended a relationship with a nigga that made me no good, bitch, I'm not crying over no damn spilled milk, bitch, because there's more milk that's going to be coming because the universe I worship, bitch, got multiple nipples giving out fucking milk. Can we talk about it? So what the fuck? It's the same fucking thing, girl. Don't sit here and fucking cut, slice, dice, chop, julienne, minced shit into your own interpretation. Trying to tell me what the fuck I interpret it. The fact, mind you, the individual who did this get a little bit inebriated, honey. No tea, no shade. They partake on substances to alter their state of mind. So I'm like, maybe in their common sense, they're not understanding it's the same concept. For a good example, if this spell says, this spell gets rid of negative energy. And if you're being a negative person to yourself, when you do that spell to get rid of negative energy, you're going to fuck yourself up. You know why? Because it does not say it gets rid of negative energy done by outside sources. It said to get rid of negative energy, period. So it goes both ways. Outer, inner, it doesn't matter. Magic energy does not know the difference between do and don't. It just knows that it is. So that's why I tell people, don't get caught up in the motherfucking process. Worry about the results because you sitting here trying to die. Mister, you said that in the next 3 to 5 months, this man was going to be coming back into my life. And what man is this? Because it's already been 6 weeks. And it's like, so you're trying to tell me in the past 6 weeks that no man ever approached you or anything? Well, he did approach me, but I told you that I like men with blonde hair, blue eyes, and he was black hair with green eyes. Okay, but did you tell me that you wanted to marry this man, or did you tell me that you need a man to come in and help you get to the next level of your life? So how you not know that this man is meant to be in your life for only 2 months to help you to the next life, and then after you deal with this man, then the blonde hair, blue-eyed man come through? How do you not know that? Oh shit, I never thought about that, Mystic. Well, duh, because you're spiritually dead. That's why you never thought about it, girl. Yeah, you're spiritually brain dead. Yeah, no tea, no shade. I'm not cutting in. You're spiritually brain dead. Because if I'm doing work on love, I'm going to have my doors open Love can come through many ways. It can come through with self. It can come with neighbors. It can come with random strangers. It can come with you being in a deadly situation. Strangers come in and save your life. It can be anything. So you have to be specific to what you're asking for and the time frame that you're asking for. And you have to believe that that's exactly what's going to happen. Because you don't, bitch, like I said, you're not going to understand that process. And when it happens, like I said, you're going to overlook everything else. Well, love didn't come to me, Mystic. Really? So nobody covered your groceries when you were in Walmart that day and you were short $2 because you left your debit card in the car? Nobody gave you $2? That's love, bitch. Because why the fuck would somebody who hates you give you that money? You get an account that's $5 and they sell it to you for $1 just because? That sounds like love to me. You've been offered out on a dinner date with a complete stranger. That sounds like love to me. You being tipped, getting a donation. That sounds like love to me. I mean, oh, okay. Oh, I take that back. I apologize, girl, because to you, love means they have to fuck you to love you. Oh, they're not sticking in you. That's not love. Okay. Now we're talking. Love is if they're not slapping you around, they don't love you. Oh, because you're used to that. Okay. They're not calling you a slut, a hoe, and a bitch. That's not love. Oh, okay. I take it back then. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So you're right. Okay, so we see love differently then. That makes a lot of sense, bitch. You see it from a basic point of view, and I see it from what it is. Okay, we see it, girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come on, Norma. Who you doing? Yes, honey. Yes, it's heavily. Okay, I understand. Mystic is definitely wired to do so many powerful things. Come on, PC. I can handle seeing any spirits. Not everyone can handle what you do, Mystic, and you actually give results too. Thank you, Rose. And you know what's so crazy, Rose? A lot of people, I know that. Like, I have cousins, like, let's start with this. I have a cousin who grew up in the church. She sings very good too. Maybe y'all see a video with her. She sings very, very good. She's from Oakland, and she's not trying to be a singer at all because she had many opportunities to be that. But she loves singing, and she loves singing for the Lord. But I'm saying this because she wants to be a mortician. She's into burying people, and she's not afraid of the corpse, but the spirit she's afraid of because, she was like, hey, someone told me that you're a spiritualist and, I want to see some stuff because I don't believe in that shit. I'm like, oh, you're not, okay. So let me ask you this, cousin. So y'all heard that? Something popped right now. Because you can instantly invoke or evoke spirits. So I asked my cousin, I said, so you believe that when you apply for a job, because she works, I can't even say what she does. But anyway, she has a very high profile job. And I said, so you believe that you can go into this assignment and complete this work, but you don't believe in spirits? Because that's the energy too. There's a spirit that builds up your confidence to make you walk into that job and to complete that assignment. There's a spirit that does that. It takes guts, right? They say it takes guts to be a fireman. It takes guts to be a police. No, it doesn't take spirit. And those who are good at what they do have favor with those spirits. There's spirits that rule over all things, person, places, and things, right? Person, places, and things. So going into that, I was like, so you want to see some stuff? Okay, wait until 9 o'clock hit. What we gonna do? We gonna go to the cemetery or something? Oh, bitch, you watch too many movies. She said go to the church or cemetery at 9 o'clock. Bitch, you watch your movies. No, for real. She totally forgot what the fuck we were talking about, what the fuck we were doing. 9 o'clock came very close to that time. She was like, girl, I gotta go use the restroom. I want you to go with me. Right? Okay, I'll go with you. We were at a park. We were at a little event. So this was very recent. So we go, and the whole time I'm doing my little stuff in my head. She goes into the bathroom, and we're having a conversation. So she knows this is not me talking because we're talking. Yeah, girl. Yeah, what I would do. Because, anyway, I won't say that. I'm going to say what we were talking about. But she's like, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. And literally she said that something went in her ear and said something right before I said it. And she's like, what the fuck was that? And I'm like, what? She's like, what the fuck? Because she's very dramatic. She's Sagittarius. She's very dramatic. She's like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, what? She's like, girl, you didn't hear that? No. What it was that? Girl, there's somebody in the bathroom. Okay, let's go in and see. So we're looking around. She said, girl, I heard a noise and they said something. A couple minutes before he said it. It was so loud in my ear. What ear was it in? Right ear. I said, girl, so you said you don't believe in ghosts or spirits and all that shit? So what if I told you that the thing that made that noise, or the thing that got you like that, was a spirit that's been trying to get your attention for the past 9 years, and you just have been ignoring it? And this is a spirit that's been trying to get your attention for the past 9 years, and you would have paid attention to that spirit, you wouldn't have been put in situations that you've been in, whatever the case that is. And she's like, what do you mean? Yeah, what I just said. You're very smart, girl. What happened if that spirit that yelled in your ear, that repeated something I said a couple of seconds before I said it, was a spirit that's been trying to get your attention for the past 9 years? And because you ignored that spirit, because you were not open to it, that spirit stepped back and the other spirits came in and fucked your life over to where you almost went to jail. You almost lost everything. Your life was spinning out of control. And that's what she realized, like, wait a minute. Oh my God, that is fucking crazy. So I kid you not. We've been texting for like 2 weeks now. And I was supposed to go to her house actually on Friday, but I've been so busy with work. But she's like, we need to hang out. We need to hang out. We need to have. So like I said, a lot of people they're not into spirits, because I knew she didn't want to see no damn ghosts. That's the moral of this. She loves the mortician stuff because, a lot of spiritually inclined people are into that. Psychology or working with the deceased, like dead corpse and stuff, morticians and all the good stuff. And people do autopsies and all that. But I knew she would have saw something. She would have been like, girl, like she would have probably went nuts. She would have probably went nuts if she saw something. But like I said, I knew she was afraid. And I'm like, girl, how are you going to be working with those dead bodies? She's like, well, they can't wake up. Well, what happened to their spirit come back and visit you while you working with their body? Which I know they're not going to do that, because there's rules. When you're deceased, you won't see your own body. Because people say, I'll show up to my own funeral if I have to. Bitch, no, you don't. Girl, bye. You don't do that. You don't mourn at your own funeral and cry and shit. Trust when I tell you that. You don't do that. Anybody out there who could testify and say that they went to a funeral and the body start moving and shit because the ghost made it do, like, bitch, you please come forward and testify. And I need witnesses too, because you're not able to do that. There's rules that are set in place universally that you can't do that. So, like I said, she's not afraid of working with the body, the corpse. She's afraid of spirit. And I told her, bitch, that's why your shit fucked up. But anyway, yes, honey. Oh, please. Rose, you ain't scared. Once you learn that energy is energy, and the same energy that you can receive with the physical people, the same energy you receive with the deceased, you will no longer be afraid anymore. You are more liable to being hurt by a living person than a deceased person, or you have a higher chance of being hurt by someone who's living than someone who is in the spirit world. That's what it is. So if you're not afraid of people, you're not afraid of ghosts. If you're afraid of ghosts but not afraid of people, then I advise you to work more into your spiritual stuff so you don't be as afraid. Because, of course, going into this too, when you do spiritual work and you're afraid of spirits, you're hindering yourself. Like, in order to do spiritual work, you have to be open. Like, one rule of spirituality, Rose, is stepping outside of your comfort zone. If you're afraid of Black folks and you're a spiritual person, I encourage you to work with Black folks. If you're afraid of white folks, and I'm just being serious here, if you're a Black spiritualist or Asian spiritualist or Hispanic spiritualist, I don't like white people, they did something with my ancestors, I encourage you to step outside of that, because that's when you're going to find your gifts and your powers. And also going into it, Jesus, when he was walking through Rome, and he was going through these countries and the Palestines, he learned the ways of the Palestinians and he learned the ways of the Greeks in order to better understand them. So if you want to learn how to attack your enemy, you got to first learn the ways of your enemy. And of course, that's in the 48 laws of power. But anyway, we'll step off of that. So, like I said, if you want to be spiritually successful and spiritually, there, you have to dominate those spirits, because you have the ability to cast out and to conjure up. That's just how it is. Now, some people are not meant to, you're only meant to conjure up babies. You're meant to conjure up babies in your room. I'm not talking about holes or anything. I'm just saying, like, some people are meant to conjure up that way. Some people are meant to conjure up the thought, right? Everyone cannot physically conjure up spirits or evoke or invoke spirits. And that's just, it is what it is. Everybody doesn't have the heart for it. So like you said, everybody cannot do it. Everybody should not do it because they can't even cope with the living. How the fuck you trying to get in with the dead and you can't cope with the fucking living? Because the energy of the dead is a lot more heavier than the energy of the living. Like literally when a spirit come in, I feel low, I feel dizzy, Those are two things. I feel low, I feel dizzy, or I feel a very high, I feel the vibration of a humming noise. Like I feel, like if I was to describe what you're hearing humming wise loudly, I feel that. So I feel like a heavy vibration, almost like I'm on a train. If you ever rode a train before, almost like I'm on a train. And that's when I know spirit or energy has stepped in. So like I said, you know, you got to be able to, like you say, handle that, because that energy is way more heavier. Living people, you also pick that up too. The more you know about the deceased, the more you'll learn about the living. The more in tune and more comfortable you are with the deceased, the more in tune and comfortable you'll be with the motherfucking living. Can we talk about it? And a lot of people, like you said, they're afraid of the dead. And that's why you can't pick your friends. Can we talk about that? A lot of you are afraid of death, but that's why you can't pick your mans. You know, you have to become comfortable with that energy, because of course they're always there. You literally, I want you to visualize this, Rose, and I don't want to freak you out, but I want you to think about 8 spirits just being there with you right now. Like you're sitting down, they're sitting down, or they're standing up. You're laying in your bed right now, there's 8 spirits surrounded by you right now. 8 of them. And of course there could be 4 active, but minimally, averagely, people have 8 spirits that are constantly with them. So because you are not paying attention to them, you're like, they're not here. I don't see no spirit. I don't sense it. I don't sense spirit. Girl, bye. When I'm doing something, or I'm in a room, or anything happens and I get a wind of something, or even someone sends something spiritual to me, I catch wind because I notice the spirits that are around me act differently. And I would just put it out there like that, because of course, I'm not going to make it seem like they're dressed like a person and they're standing here as a person and they're putting their finger on their face and they're saying, bitch, you better not. Like, I'm not saying that, but it's definitely a shift of frequencies. You know, no difference than when you're watching a movie and yeah, you're at a movie theater in a black room with the screen, which we talk about that, a transporter, and you're sitting there and you're so into the movie where you just feel like, if the movie's sad, you start crying. If the movie is about happiness, you're like, oh my God, I feel so good. There are spirits there that are exciting that or sending those signals to you. And that's the same thing with the spirits that are with you. So they're there, there's energy there, and you'll know. I tell y'all, depression, you know, bipolarism, anything that's like balancing, there's something spiritual. Any type of imbalance or any type of thing like that there is something spiritual there blocking and or contaminating. And we talked about this, and I think in the candle class I'm going to do, we're going to talk more into that. There are spirits that are actually, you know, disguise themselves as other stuff, because of course you don't know what you're doing. You should be doing it anyway. If you don't know anything about how herbs work, you should not be out here doing candle work. If you don't know anything about what the fuck a candle is and what type of wicks there is, what type of wax there is, because everybody thinks there's only one type of candle, one type of wick, and there's not. If you don't know anything about the anatomy of a candle, you should not be doing candle work. So the same thing with spiritual readings and working with spirits and energy. If you don't know anything about this shit, you should not be doing that. So when you're doing that, like I said, I was going to start with that too. But when you're doing that, a lot of shit is coming up to right now as I talk. But when you're doing that, like you said, when you know what you're doing, you do it and you do it good. If you don't know what you're doing, you're going to fuck up. You're going to have shit happen to you. And so, what was that? Woo, what was that? I did this. And people, the Ouija board is a portal for demons and shit. So is your TV, but nobody's bothered by that, right? Because you're so spiritually dead. So is your cell phones, but you're not bothered by that neither. Right? And I mean by portal spirits, there's vibrational frequencies that are sent to you that alter certain elements within yourself. Like you can't use a phone to get into another realm. But you know what I'm saying? So is the people you associate with, the car you're in. These are all spiritually infused things. The manufacturers of Chrysler, Honda, GMC, they projected spirits into these things. And not saying it's something that they do to purposely do it. It's just what it is. There's spirits of everything. That's why phones look different, cars look different, houses look different. And it just, we're going to keep it at that. We're going to keep it at that because there's an old saying about when things start looking the same, what that means. And I tell people this too when I do readings to people, that there's a lot of shit that people have favors and connections with that humans don't no longer have favor and connections with anymore. And that's why a lot of shit starting to look the same. Everybody got the same size houses. The car models are looking the same. And like I said, there's an old saying that's been going on for hundreds of years, and people have not been paying attention to that. We talk about even before cars were even invented. Whoa, cars been out, 100 and something plus years, 120 years. So, like I said, yeah, you just got to know what you're doing before you do it, okay? We'll step back and allow other spirits to step up and have their way with you. I wouldn't say that some spirits that you're really trying to get attention will step back and let other spirits get with you. I would say this: if Oshun is a queen, Oshun knows her shit. She's confident in who she is and what she is. Because she's been blessed by the water spirits and the earth spirits, and we know that earth and water. Earth and water is what rules this dimension. Can we talk about it? And then fire comes in and assists. But either way, earth and water together creates air. We won't get into that though. But either way, when you're trying to work with a powerful spirit, we even say Kali Ma. You want to work with a powerful spirit like Kali Ma to challenge the demons that you have within you, but you're still under control of those demons. Kali Ma is not going to assist you because you're not trying to have control of your demons because you're still entertaining those demons that got you smoking cigarettes, those demons that got you drinking, those demons that got you out here fucking and sucking on everybody, those demons that got you out here conning and stealing from people, those spirits that got a control of you. Kali Ma is not going to give you power over those spirits because you yourself don't believe you have that. So what will happen is you have servitor and or subservient spirits. That's why one of these spirits said there's spirits always waiting to get work. Yeah, because we call them trickster spirits. And a lot of people say, Geminis, that's air signs are trickster spirits going into, Hermes and all that good stuff. But no, there's actual spirits that are even associated with fire signs, earth signs, and water signs that like to trick people. And they will definitely pretend like they're someone or something else, like Shango. People don't know that. Shango is the master of disguise. That's just how it is. That's just one to mention. Olokun, the same thing. That's another one to mention. Poseidon is another one. Athena is another one. Aphrodite is another one. Eve is another. I mean, we keep going. Isis, Artemis. I mean, we go down a whole list of spirits that have the ability to mask and reveal and cover up. So even, like I said, going inside, they have spirits that are beneath them that are petty and basic. And they actually let them do the work. So it's not like let me step back and let this bitch get fucked up. But they're like, honey, you're not ready to work with me, Tasha. Tasha, you're trying to work with a queen, but I have not seen that you're ready. So even though you're uttering some bullshit, I'm going to let you think that you got my attention, but I don't think you're ready. So then you're like, girl, Oshun blessing with a house. Oshun blessing with a car. She blessing with a man. She blessing with a friend. And then guess what? A few months later, something happened. What happened? Everything I got, I lost. My man left me. I lost my house. I lost my car. Like shit like that. That's one example. So that's why I was telling people, before you work with spirits and stuff, you have to know about them. You have to become comfortable with them. I feel connected to that spirit. I want to learn more about that spirit, and let's see where it goes. And then you slowly work your favor. You don't say, bitch, fuck you, Oshun. I got a candle for your ass, bitch. And you better fucking assist me, bitch. She's going to be like, girl, you think you, and I'm just saying this as an example. She'll be like, girl, you think you're on Beyonce level? Shit. Girl, you over here talking about you want to work with me and that you ready to wake up your inner goddess, your energy, and yet you still working like a peasant, meaning that you're still out here chasing niggas that don't want you. You still out here conning and stealing for money when you don't have to, when I'm the queen of finances. I'm the queen of abundance. I can bestow these gifts to you, bitch, and you out here working and playing like you're doing shit. Ha! Girl, bad. So then that's what, like I said, another bitch come on in, bitch, and say, don't worry, I take it. Yeah, go ahead. So you don't think it's some shit, and it's really not going to be. That's how I look at these spiritualists who are paying to be with Oshun, because everybody want to be with Oshun, girl. Everybody want to be Oshun. I don't know why. There's like 400 plus fucking, Orishas out there. There's even fucking, Roman Greco deities, Nordic deities that you should be proud to fucking be connected to. I'm Oshun. Nobody's a child of Oshun been in prison. Oshun don't work with prison birds, honey. No tea, no shade. I'm not even cutting in. No tea, no shade. No tea, no shade, honey. No child of Oshun has been in prison. And if they've been in prison, it's usually a setup. It's not the fact that they purposely went out and did some stupid ass shit. Because Oshun is over knowledge. Oshun is over the ability to divine. So Oshun has common sense. Oshun knows if I make that mistake, something's going to go down and I shouldn't do it. That's what Oshun does. So you're going to sit here and tell us that you have Oshun over you and Oshun's been with you, she gave you favor, but yeah, bitch, your whole life has been a gimmick, a scandal, and some dumbass foolery. Who you think you're fooling, girl? So like I said, that's what it comes down to. Bitch, you think you're working with Oshun. And Oshun have different aspects of her. We all know that. But none of her aspects is dumb. None of her aspects is weak. None of her aspects is insecure about her womanhood. None of her aspects is motherfucking ignorant. Okay? Can we talk about it? How is a goddess connected to love and luxury and sensuality and affection and luxury, but out here stealing and boosting to get shit? How's that possible? Out here hating motherfuckers. How's that possible? I mean, I really would love to know. I'm waiting. I'm really waiting. When you're talking about the number 5, which is freeing and liberating, the number 5 could also be considered a whore number. It's the number of manifesting. Can we talk about it? The number 5 could also be a whore number. The person who spreads it wide and drop it low for anything to get to the next level. And I mean by that is connecting with men, dominating men, and showing them who's boss. Oshun is never submissive. Oshun is never going to be disciplined and told what to fucking do. Oshun doesn't work that way. That's why she's had many, many consorts, and she's going to see to have that. She don't be dominated, but she dominates. So you lay down, you've been owned by society, you've been owned by your parents because they died and they left nothing with you. They took your power with them, so they left you nothing. Oh, she don't have anything over you. You're not, that energy is not with you, baby girl. You have nothing sexy about you. Nothing about you sexy excites anybody sexually. And if they do say you excite them, they have a fetish. And, you know, they know who I'm talking about. That's just what it is, girl. You know, nobody likes insecure women. You know, men love secured, confident women. That whole shy shit, the only men that like shy women are men that want to control and manipulate you. Trust when I tell you that. That whole sweet little, hi, I'm a Christian woman and I don't show off my breasts and I'm holy. And let me, oh my God, let me put my prayer cloth over me. You know, nobody's into that bullshit, but a man that want to control and manipulate you, girl. And no badass bitch does that. No badass bitch let a motherfucker tell him what to do. Bitch, you feel like sucking dick today, bitch, go suck dick. That's what a shoe does. Hello. You feel like riding it, bitch, you go do it. Can we talk about it? Girl, bye. I'm so sick of this shit, girl. Motherfuckers acting. Bitch, you will know love if it hits you. You will know, and love starts with yourself. So we talk about self-love, being able to express to yourself, I love you. One of her things is a mirror. That's reflecting on yourself first. Before you point the finger, you bum, you basic, ain't got no life, ain't never gonna be shit, but your whole life has been what you just said. So how, when, and why is that even possible? When you have a mirror constantly to your face, if you are Oshun, a goddess over sensuality, where you're not confident in your body or lack thereof. You don't like being nasty because, I mean, hey, we know Oshun had many lovers. She wasn't married to one man and dedicated her life to one man. She had many lovers, honey. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Girl, bye. Mm-mm. Matter of fact, one of her lovers, or two of her lovers actually, were bisexual men. She learned how to heal with one. And the other one, she taught him how to heal and fuck shit up. Can we talk about it? Come on, honey. What I can do with those leaves, honey, So there's a lot of things you could do with ivy, though. Are you talking about ivy like the plant ivy? I don't get that. Like the ones that have the little that grows and they're on like restaurants with the beautiful little foliage and all that. Is that what you're talking about? Thank you, Norma. Yes, thank you, Norma. Thank you, honey. Oh, that's not good. Drop it low and spread it wide. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with that. Oh, listen. Oh, Shun is a sexy ass bitch, and she gonna get it. She not now. See that's a see right there. Let's talk about that. Oh, Shun don't just give it up to people. She don't just drop it low and spread it right to anybody. Oh, Shun is like, honey, you ain't getting this golden honey pot unless you can give me what I need and what I want. And Miss Ellie did a song said, "I ain't a prostitute, but I'll give you what you want." Oshun said, "I'm not a prostitute, but I'll give you what you want if you give me what I want too, though." So is she really the hoe or is she really the pimp? Because if you ask me, yes, she's gave it up, but hey, that excites her. That sexual energy is what gives her vitality. That masculine energy, validating her feminine energy, because only masculinity likes femininity. Femininity don't like femininity. Masculinity don't like masculinity. So she's using, she's letting off that extra energy with the sexual experience that she's having with these men. But she's also getting what she wants, because she ain't walking away from that just by getting the D. Oshun has walked away with that, with her gold. She stacked up on her amber. She got all the riches that she got. And then in the end, she gives back because of that. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that? Oshun is a kept woman, but she's a kept woman because she know how to work everything. Okay, ain't no, I got one man and I'm happy. I don't even think Oshuns get married like that, and I already talked about that. I think it's hard for Oshun to get married, and not even just get married. And we're not talking about those who have no hope because your family, your life is fucked up. We talk about those who are actually built and who are consciously saying, "I'm not going to get with a man. I'm just going to be with men to get what I need from them." That's what Oshun is, girl. Oshun didn't have one lover and only one lover and stay with one lover. Honey, she is a free-spirited individual, She knows how to take care of herself. She's independent, she's strong, but she knows when she needs to get some. And she knows, well, not when she needs to get some, when she wants some, when she wants that extra energy. Feed me, baby. Okay. Yes, I think Oshun's a pimp too. She's a madam. Oshun is a boss bitch. Oshun is a head bitch in charge. Whew, in all her glory. Shit. I see why everybody want to be in Oshun. But unfortunately, everybody's not meant to run shit because they can't run themselves. But how you gonna run somebody else you can't run yourself? Let me go. Oh, y'all. Listen, I better stop before I drink this whole thing up before I go to bed. This is pure leaf mango hibiscus tea. Let me tell you what's in it. It is brewed hibiscus tea, sugar, and natural flavors. So that tells me that mango, they probably put mango extract in here. But this actually is, for those who are Spanish, Jamaica. Yes, Jamaica. This hibiscus flowers boiled or steeped to make tea. They added sugars, and we know what type of sugar they added into this. And the extract, I really don't like it because it's not really red. It looks more brown. True hibiscus flower tea looks like blood. Santa Muerte likes it. Kalima likes it. Really, any deity that's into blood or works with the root chakra loves it. But hibiscus is really healthy for you too. Yes. It's good for anybody who has high blood pressure or prone to getting high blood pressure, diabetes, all the good stuff. It's good for digestion too. So it helps you maintain your weight and or lose weight. Like for real, it's so good for you. But I love it because I love it. I love Jamaica. I don't drink it for health reasons. I love the way it tastes. It puts me in a euphoria, honey. I feel like right now I'm walking through the meadows with Marilyn Monroe on one side and Rick James on the other. I'm lying. That's what I got Marilyn on one side and Rick James on the other side. And Rick James said, I'm Rick James, bitch. And he cussing out Marilyn. Marilyn cussed me about, I'm just in the middle. I'm like, honey, am I going to be Marilyn ever? Am I going to be, it's like, who am I here for? Am I here for Rick James? Am I here for Marilyn? And then Marilyn's like, baby, we can have it both. And she's like, come on over here. And Rick James like, no, bitch. This nigga bitch is mine. No, stop. Listen, you agree, Big Pimpin'. I know that's like Big old Pimpin'. I know that's like Melly. Oh, you know, Ivy Lee's Mystic, the ones that grow wild, I found it in my coworker's backyard. Well, they're good for protection. They're good for by what? Why? You already went outside and pee-pee. You don't gotta go again. You already went. You don't gotta go. I gotta work. I just can't walk him all night. I just can't walk him all night. He knows we're supposed to go to the park today. You want to go to the park today? Y'all, and listen, y'all, today we did some things today. Like I said, I had like several consultations and a few readings in person. And I went to one of these neighborhoods, y'all, and there was a little dog that looked like Anubis. She was like this little, I know it was a girl because I looked, there was no nuts there. She was like this little, honey. And I guess she stole somebody's bologna or something, bitch. Because the bitch running with bologna in her mouth. Like, bitch, she was running, y'all. And I don't know where the fuck she get that bologna at. You know, I'm sitting there watching, like, bitch, where the fuck she get it at? But, honey, she was on that prowl. She was like, and I want to kidnap her ass so bad. So I'm like, she didn't have a collar. I'm like, let me kidnap that bitch. But, honey, she would have thought I was trying to get that meat. She was like, bitch, I ain't giving that to you. Then I seen another one, which was a Yorkie. Honey, that Yorkie was so dingy. I said, honey, I'm not going to bring that dog back to my baby. You know what I mean? We can't have no dinginess up in here, huh? He needs a loving, sweet little girl, huh? You need a sweet little girl, huh? You need a sweet little girl, huh? You don't need a tramp. You need a lady, huh? You need a lady. You need a lady to come on in here and play with you. You need her to come on here and rub your feet. She'll lick your paws. She'll say, let me lick that paw for you. She'll say, let me bite your nails. She'll say, let me... Oh my God. Is that his paw? Oh my God, is that your paw, baby? What happened to your paw? It's okay. What happened to your paw? Is that your paw right here? Is that your paw? Is that your fucking paw? Bitch, is this your paw? You know, when Anubis was a puppy, like a puppy, he used to think my hands was not me. Like he used to bark at my hands and growl and try to bite my hands because I would like play with him roughly in the back. I would do this and he'd be like, and then I would move my hand and he'll try to like bark at it and then he'll try to like get me to like lift my hand and shit. And I'm like, you must think that that's not my damn hand. You ready to go, Nana? You want to go down there? I gotta do some work first. Let me do my work. We go, Nana, okay? Anyway, you guys, I enjoyed being here. I gotta work before I go to bed, honey. I gotta meet. It's 3:19 now. I gotta meet with my mom today, and like I said, I gotta do some work. If we're doing casework, you're gonna be hearing from me today, and I'm excited. And yeah. So until the next video, like I said, we're gonna be talking about some stuff. I think it'll be beneficial. I've gotten so many questions about certain things, and I want to address these questions. But like I said, today, of course, I want to do the video about Malaysia and many people, not just the femme kings and femme butch queens, all that. You, like I said, you need to get your stuff up, honey. That's it. He was like, bitch, don't play with my damn toy. Well, yes, get your protection up, honey. Like, so I'm about to take my ass to bed, do my work, go to bed, and like I said, y'all will see me in my next video. And we're going to talk about some stuff. And I think I'm going to start getting into my celebrity readings the way that I want to. I think people should be doing it. But of course, they're not going to do it that way because, like I say, you want something done right, you got to do it your damn self. Like, I don't even look up that shit because I'm just like, Oh my God, here's a girl that can't even read on her deceased grandfather who passed away, who was a boss ass nigga. She a basic ass bitch chasing dick. And she gonna say so that she can work with, she can pull up Nipsey Hussle. Here's a bitch that can't, she got multiple children by multiple men. Can't do a reading to see which man she gonna get married to, but she has the ability to tap into Michael Jackson. There's some bitch here that say that she has the ability to read KJ and to see these spirits and how nasty they get over there in Chi-Town, but yet she lives in a crazy neck of the woods too and can't see what demons or what type of spirits are running loose over there. I mean, I don't think I'm the sharpest tool in the shed or toolbox, obviously, because I'm not like a mathematician or a trigonologist, whatever. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm not a, astronomist. I'm not, someone who has a doctorate or anything. But I'm going to say this. It doesn't take the sharpest tool to know dullness. It doesn't take the... Oh, these people be cracking me up, y'all. Y'all, these people be fucking cracking. I kid y'all not. Listen, sometimes I be wanting to cuss y'all out every single these damn videos of these motherfuckers. I be wanting to read y'all out so bad. I be like, why the fuck she sent me that video? But when I click on that video, I'm like, bitch, I got nothing else to do. Let me just see the first 30 seconds. And I see this bitch get up on it, and I'm just like, did she get that Chris Angel magician toolbox for $25 that they were selling at Toys R Us? Because she acted like she got that fucking toolbox, that magician toolkit. What Scott Cunningham book did she read that shit from? Because there's nothing African-esque about that. Scott Cunningham and Raymond Buckland, honey, they do not do hoodoo. So what I'm trying to figure out, especially Scott Cunningham, he's from the UK and he's, been over there. And he's actually, the work that he does is actually not even, connected to which or not. This connects to some other stuff. We won't go into that. But why are you sharing his teachings, but you're making it seem like it's a part of hoodoo? So did Scott Cunningham teach your grandmama and your mima how to do that shit? Because I'm really confused, girl. I'm like, you got people that are out here, and there's a transgender spiritualist out there too, from Brooklyn. We'll keep it at that. I don't even say he's transgender. I feel like he's something else. There or something else, excuse me. But even, this person was giving like this fake ass theory and shit. And I'm like, ooh, he's a bottom to have a fetish for black man. You can just see that spirit on him, honey. He's a bottom that has a fetish for black man, and he know that black men are very masculine, not all, but very macho-ish, especially DL ones, and he wants to be that feminine role. So that's why he play off that. Don't call me that, because I feel like I'm brain fucked. But anyway, but he was even spilling some bullshit, talk about some, there was a fire and the European history was erased and also the bullshit. And I'm just like, everybody had shit destroyed then, girl, according to what history say. History say that they made their way into Africa. Let's see, I'm starting to get itchy and shit. History said that they made their way into Africa, destroyed shit. Mesopotamia, destroyed shit, went to the islands, destroyed shit, came to the Americas, destroyed. So everybody has shit that's been destroyed. But how is it that certain people manage to keep that information? Because we all know that true knowledge is not in books. When it's experienced, it's within here. And this can never be taken from you. So you have people, see, I'm starting to get really itchy. It's always between 3 and 5, bitch. Like allergies just start acting really up. But some people have actually kept information, they actually experienced the information. They actually teach people the information that they've learned through experience, obviously. And those people are able to remember what they were taught, and they're able to teach other people. And a lot of things are kept secret. A lot of things are not shared to the public. That's esoteric and exoteric, right? Esoteric is something that is kept to a certain few or a certain few know about. And exoteric means everybody has information. So if it's exo, but you're saying it's eso, it's not esoteric, bitch. You read a Raymond Buckland book or a Scott Cunningham book, because bitch, everybody who read the book know what the fuck that is. That's exoteric information. Esoteric, bitch, is not taught in a fucking book. Esoteric, you have to be initiated and taught, bitch, face to face. There's no book. Can I get a book? No. Bitch, I'm not doing that. People ask about a book, bitch. Real motherfucker ask some real esoteric information. Don't write books, honey. And they ever write books, it's not going to be cheap. And bitch, like I said before, you look at their life. You got motherfuckers out here that sell drugs, that were still on drugs. And the girl, you can look until they're still on drugs. Out here selling $300 books. And it's like, what information you got for $300 that you could use for yourself? Or you have to move shit to get paid. When you're a man, bitch, you could have worked at any place. You could have got a job at McDonald's, Target, bitch. You could have went to school, bitch. McDonald's, girl, bye. Stop playing with me. You could have got a job at Target, went to school and got trained, and became a motherfucking on the board, CFO, CEO board, girl, advising the business. But now, of course, you're gonna convince people that demons attacked you, possessed you, and because your life was bad, you're so demonic. And it's like, there's a lot of Satanists that have a very perfect, clean life. Don't let people fool you with saying that Satanists do bad shit and Christians do good shit, because there's more Christians out there that have done worse shit to people than Satanists have. And that's just food for thought. So not all people who are Satanists or devil worshippers have done satanic, or should I say evil things. So people say satanic is evil, but that's not true. Not everybody who's Satanists or who's fairness have done evil shit. You got more people that are acting like they're good doing worse shit. Okay, let's talk about it. So, bitch, if you have to convince the world that you're evil because your life is about running in and out of prison, you are for show spiritualist. You're not a real one. And that's why you'll never get respect from real spiritualists. You'll never be initiated or accepted into any real spiritual group. You'll never let anyone call you out and say, come on out. All your connections will be YouTube-based spiritualists. All your connections will be YouTube group-based spiritualists. You'll never meet real spiritualists from real parts of the world, Tennessee, Kentucky, especially Kentucky. I don't know if people overlook Kentucky, Indiana. Well, not Indiana, because we heard about those groups over there. But Kentucky, there's just a name that. Even Washington. Washington has some, Idaho. Yes, Idaho and Kentucky. Two very powerful male-driven groups there, spiritual groups there, who love masculine energy, and they entertain that. And they're heterosexual, homosexual, they're into all that shit. And they're very much into embracing the masculine energy, or their masculine perspective of things. So, if you're so in tune, why don't you do something with them? They will, if you're real, they'll love to do it, because some of them are on your level. They're on that commercialized fake shit. Well, I won't say commercialized fiction. I would say they're on, and back by that, not commercialized fiction. They're on that. This is what you do. I gotta tell some things, that type of shit. So you'll definitely do good with them. But of course, because you're not real, they're gonna say, "Wait, what? You were selling drugs? Wait, bruh, you were what, bruh? Wait, hold on. Let me get you say. So you were a drug dealer, you were a witch, and you got caught moving drugs. What happened to your protection spells? Huh? What? And you were selling drugs for what? Because you loved the rush, or you were trying to make money? Because you're trying to make money, you don't got spirits that could have gave you knowledge or education how to make money the right way? Like, you have to question these things. And like I said, it comes down to that. Like, bitch, you're not real. And this is why people like me don't fuck with you. And like I said, I see people out here that claim to be real, and it's like, girl, at first it looked that way, but now it's like, oh shit. And maybe it's a setup. I don't know. But like I said, you got to just be careful out there. Anyway, I forgot I was going with that. But anyway. Okay, Chi-Town got all of the smoke. Right. Listen, Melly, some people try to act like they're from the Chi, but you've never done anything there. I got a lot of clients out there in Chi-Town. Shout out to Chi-Town, bitch. It was Chi-Town, now it's Chi-Town. Shout out to all my people out there in Chi-Town, and I got about 3 or 4 people out there. And I just, one of them were like, I know about 3 or 4 spirituals here. And I just asked them, there's so many demons over there. And there's so many churches and so many spiritualists and Satanists and stuff, like that energy they thrive off of, obviously, right? The weaker people, because you can get that energy from other things. And you see it in the movies where they have the vampires who are friends with mortal people, and they don't have to eat the blood or drink the blood of humans. They'll do other things to compromise that. But the same thing with these spiritualists out there. It's like all those energies and all those spirits out there, wouldn't you be able to calm energies down? Because even in my area, we have, a few witches. We're talking about real ones, not ones that are just curious now. They're reaching out to learn shit. There's people, like, I could probably count on one hand that are actually from 916 down to 559 that are actually authentic. And you could sense that because they're doing some work in that area to protect. And one thing about areas where there are real people that are working real energy, yes, things are going to happen because you got to have the yin with the yang. You got to have the good with the evil. There has to be a balance. So nothing is perfect, no matter how much you try to do protection in a larger region. Nothing is going to be kept good. But when it comes down to the innocent people and children, then you're like, okay, bitch, there's some real shit going on there. Somebody's doing some shit there. Like I said, in Chi-Town, there's not that. Everyone is up for grabs. You have the elderly that's up for grabs. New York, too. That's all I want to deal with New York. LA is also on that side, too, but they're a little more tame with it. But New York is also the same way. People kicking elders and disrespecting the elders. And, of course, some of the elders allowed that because when the child got out of line, they let the kid talk to them however they want to talk to them. And see, how I grew up, bitch, you got out of line with an adult, bitch, you might get uppercutted. If you want to act like an adult, I'm going to treat you like one, bruh. So we learned our lesson. Like, wait a minute, hold up. My uncle is 245 pounds, and he's 5 foot what? And he went to jail for breaking who? What? Bitch, I don't want to get whooped by him. Bitch, what? I'm listening, Uncle, what you said not to do. Okay, Uncle, I won't do it. But bitch, you learned, right? But these people, they didn't learn that. So New York, they had disrespecting the elders, kicking, drop kicking, punching. Bitch, I can't even think of the last time that someone young disrespected an elder out here and actually lived to talk about it. And even random elders, you don't see young people, fuck you, nigga, fuck you. You don't see that around here. I could do videotape. You don't see young people acting out like that. Like, that ever happened, I'll be shocked. Like, what, girl? Because, honey, somebody going to step in and say, young man, that is your elder. Respect. Let me see you outside, bro. Like, just say about their life. But anyway, but like I said, they don't respect the elders there. And like I say, it's in Chi-Town, they're disrespectful to the elders. They're disrespectful to the kids. People out here getting rid of innocent people and doing things. So it's like, what are you spirituals out there doing in Chi-Town? And a lot of you spirituals out there too that are pro whatever you're pro, and you're having issues in your region. Because see, bitch, over here where I'm at, there's no issues with the region of what I am and who I am. And we're talking about all categories that I'm in. Who you doing? Okay, so if you're a pro-Black spiritualist and you're in an area that's known to be racist and KKK-ish, and you're like, I don't go outside past dark. Huh? You don't got a real magic, bitch. I think you need to go ahead and pack your bag up. Like, I mean, literally, honey, because you're a field worker, bitch. Go ahead and take that bag, throw it over your shoulder. I think you need to start march your way on out, honey. March, bitch, march out the spiritual community, bitch. We can't, girl, you gotta go. Bitch, you're not a real American witch, bitch. You gotta go. Bye, girl. I need you to slung that sack of that cactus shit over that damn bag, because bitch, it's a bag full of motherfucking manure. That's all you have is shit, girl. You've been spewing shit all these damn years. Threw that shit over their shoulder, bitch, and march on out, bro. We ready for that. But that thing's a little heavy. But bitch, we ready for that, bitch. March your way, bitch. Grab that shit and march on out, because you're not real. Bitch out here doing readings and shit for the DC women are lost. Bitch, what about the missing children in your area? Because I can Google right now how many people are missing in your area. There's a lot of people that are missing in your area. So you're going to talk about a video about missing children. Just talk about missing children in your town. Oh, but you're not going to talk about it, bitch, because we know that you're going to have that smoke. You're not talking about, bitch, now you're going to have the police and the people coming after you, looking for you. The motherfuckers that powerful has something to do with it, and you're afraid of that because you don't got no real power. So that's why you're not going to talk about that. Right? So you rather do the shit that does not affect you, at least you think it doesn't. Mm-hmm. Or you get permission from your masters to talk about it. So, like I said, that's just something that we were talking about. One of my clients, like I said, she's a regular. She's from Chi-Town. And we talked about that actually 2 days ago. She's like, it's so bad out here. And just every week and every day. And I'm just like, see that right there? But everybody's a spiritualist. Everybody had the powers and the abilities, but nobody could even protect their own damn backyard. No one could protect. There was 20 witches in one town, and everybody lived on a corner. 5 of them lived in each corner of the area, north, east, south, west. Then I think those 5 witches can actually do some shit to protect the whole damn region, and that will build up enough armor spiritually to see some changes, right? And of course, for Chi-Town, there's years of demonic infestation. We talked about that before, going into the longitudes and latitudes of stuff. But there's a lot of underground stuff in Chi-Town, very similar to, like I said, New York and even a certain part of Florida. So, like I said, there's a lot of underground stuff. Just so happened though, Chi-Town is getting the uprooting of it, because you know what it is. One thing is uprooted to hide the other stuff. That's what they do. They say we're in the ground and they start digging a hole. They got to throw that dirt where? Over the other side. So now this root is being exposed and the potential bullshit is being covered up. So, like I say, we're going to have to do a video on that. Will Chi-Town ever get back into where it once was? Oh, that's a little hard, because Chi-Town was built very quickly. See, people don't know the history of Chicago. Chicago was one of the largest areas. We'll do a video on that. Chicago was a very large area of America when there was not other cities. I mean, like, it was really like one of the largest metropolitan areas of America with a large population. And it was built so quick. And during that process, a lot of shit was ejected into that fucking area. So things were covered up for a while. Things came out, got chopped back down. It was covered up. Things come out, it got chopped down, it got covered up. But now, because we're living in the last days, you can't cover that up anymore. So there has to be a process of things that have to happen in order for Chicago to get back to where it needs to get to. And we'll just give it at that. So we're going to do a video on that now. We're going to do a video on that. Can we do a video on that? Uh-huh. Ow. Well, Philly is, I think every metropolitan city has issues, but Philly has not lost its power. We'll keep it at that. No matter how much stuff go on in Philly, no matter how much stuff go on in Maryland, Delaware, certain parts of Jersey, it has not lost its power. Now, those things that happen, of course, is for other reasons. But what's going on in Chicago is very different. What's going on in Chicago is very different because there's some stuff rooted there. And it's not just one spiritual thing, it's several spiritual stuff. In Philly, there's only one major, maybe 2 major spiritual things that are over there. And we'll leave that at that. There's only 2. In Chicago, like certain parts of Florida, which we will not mention, have more than 2 spiritual connections. So when you have all these spiritual connections intermingling, coming on in, they try to keep it separate, but it's not. And you got one washing the other hand, and when this one can't wash the hand no more, then this hand stays dirty. Then this hand become dirty too, because this hand is still there, but it's immobile. And this hand's like, bitch, fuck you. You can't wash my hand. I'm not washing your hand either. And it's like, fuck you, bitch, and let's do it then. So, bitch, you open up shit, allow shit to come on in, and now the shit is taken over. So you got a lot of people that are smart that are exiting out. And I won't say smart, but a lot of people that are exiting out because they're like, honey, ooh, this is too big of a thing for me. But you have those who are actually capitalizing off of that change, that energy, because there's stuff going on public, but privately they're like, ooh, we don't step out of that. And like I said, I got caught up in something that was a little bit a part of something, and we'll just keep it at that. But yes. I see what you're saying. Uh-huh. Okay, young people trying to, okay, that's true, the disrespect stuff. Yes, but of course that's mannerisms. New York has spirits. Chicago has spirits. LA have big spirits. Philly has spirits too. Well, there's definitely bigger spirits that can definitely chin check a motherfucker. And Philly know how to get down with the get down. So Philly is never going to get out of line 100%. Chicago has lost what it needed to stop that, to keep that in control. There's powers and principalities that govern regions of the earth. And going to, even like I said, a lot of people out there that are spirituals, they won't travel because they're afraid of what's going to happen when they leave outside of their comfort zone. And you call that agoraphobia, you call that, bitch, when you leave out, those spirits going to fuck your ass up. Ow. Because people are becoming conscious about what the fuck you're doing. And I say that honestly, I don't say it lightly, like I'm laughing and I'm, but I'm really like, it's really sad about what's going to go down, because a lot of people are out here doing some fucked up ass shit and they're acting like they're really there and they're not. And of course, like I said, there are spirits that were released and are continue to be released, and people are getting hit. So you will see certain people like a teeter-totter. Certain people you're going to see rise. Certain people you're going to see fall. And we're not talking about, platforms like this, because this is all orchestrated. We know that. Those who have the true potential and who don't want to bow down will always be chin checked and woo, because this is controlled. Just like Facebook, just like anything. You go on Facebook, speak the truth, bitch, you're being silenced, you're being blocked in Facebook jail. You go on Facebook, like, hey, everybody, I'm so happy. I'm just so normal. You really not? Bitch, they love that shit. Oh, bitch, yeah, this bitch is crazy. She gonna get us attention. They gonna do that. The minute you come out and say, girl, I went to my psychologist today and I got me to a girl, they're like, oh, bitch, this bitch talking about some real shit. Mute. All of a sudden, connection fucked up. Girl, we can't hear you, girl. You got fucked up services. No, girl. They're muting my ass. But if you get on here, you act like, ooh, we're getting pickle juice, everybody. We're going to put some food coloring and we're going to take banana peels and we're going to put cinnamon on it. Magic is not pretty. And I will always say that it's not pretty. Certain process of magic is pretty, but that's the lighter stuff. You have to get through the mud before you get to the cleanse check. So if you're out here doing real magic, you're getting down and dirty. But you're not out here talking about, oh, it's like, yeah, it's cinnamon. Oh, that smells so good. Oh, yeah, I use herbs. That's all I use. Girl, bad. You don't use anything else outside that bitch, you're not doing real magic, and that's why your shit is not working. That's why you're having problems. And it's like, well, one of them, because I was talking about blood, how, I can't do blood like that. Oh, that bitch had a real spiritual sin. How the fuck are you? What she was talking about, well, women don't have an issue with blood because we go through our menses shit. I know a lot of women that go through menses that can't do blood. They get famished blood, bitch. The fuck you talking about? Girl, for years you have more male gynecologists and more males that deal with the female reproductive than you have females. The fuck you talking about? Everybody's not into everybody else's blood. I can see my own blood. I don't want to see nobody else's blood because we know what comes with that. I know diseases, honey. I know what diseases look like. I was in medical school, bitch. I know different types of diseases, different types of blood diseases, airborne disease, bitch. Don't play with me. I don't want to deal with nobody else's blood. I can see my own, bitch. And blood has an odor. I don't like that. Also, like I said, when you're in energy, when you know energy, bitch, you pick up that energy. No thanks. And we know the old process too about cleansing of you bled things out. Yeah, but you don't know about that though, because you're not into that. You're into that fake shit. I bought a feather at the store and hung it outside for protection. I bought a cancer candle because the bitch I'm trying to get together is a cancer. And I'm gonna put some cayenne in here to fuck her up, and some devil's dung and some pepper, and I'm just gonna burn it. And if it's clear, I know that my spell worked. I'm just gonna say some jumble, humble, mumble, dumble shit, and that's it. I know it worked. If it turns black, then that means I got to do the work again. I'm just gonna buy another candle for $3. So I'm gonna invest. Put the herbs on it because I bought, I only pay like $1 for an ounce. So I don't need a pinch of it. And then that's going to burn clear that I know my spell worked. And I was celebrating. Yay, my spell worked. And now I can do other work for people because my candle went clear. If you're only doing candle work, bitch, your shit ain't working. Trust me, I'm taking it. Girl, it takes work. And I know because I do the work, bitch. It takes work. Yes. Tired, honey, sleeping 4 or 5 hours a night because you're, certain rituals require certain times of the day. Certain rituals require certain weathers. Some rituals require certain days of the week. Then of course I got my life. So I have to, do my life outside of the work that I'm doing because I just can't abandon my life and say, oh, yeah, let's not do that. Oh, and then before you know it, years went by and I'm like, damn, what the fuck our time went? Yes, come on. But listen, yes, 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 Chicago got a lot of history. New York once had history too, until they were taught how to segregate. Yeah. Of course, there's always been segregation ever, you know what I mean? Spiritual segregation. Because see, people mistake the outside with the inside, and you think because the outside look like you, that the outside or the inside of that outside is also like you. So you get tricked and bamboozled, and then the person who look like you on the outside, but they're not like you on the inside, come on in and fuck shit up. And then you blame people because you're taught by your masters not to like people that don't look like you, even though their insides are like yours. So you come in and you say, I don't deal with those Asian folks. I don't deal with those Jewish people because they fucking shit up. Not knowing that the people who look like you on the outside was not like you on the inside. So they're the ones that fuck shit up because they let other motherfuckers that are like them on the inside come on in and fuck shit up. So you so blind spiritually that you let your physical eye direct you and guide you, and now you're looking dumb. Anyway, let me go. Let me take my smart aleck ass to bed, honey. Well, I'm going to do one thing, then I'm going to go to bed. So, anyway, y'all, 2experience@gmail.com. Thank you guys for stopping by here. It's very early here. I know it's like 6 in the morning over there. I was supposed to have been here for an hour. We were here like, what, 3 hours? 3 hours, 2 hours. My baby thinking he's about to go somewhere. He about to go somewhere. But she always got to go outside. What the fuck you got up in your body? How many bladders you got? Bitch, they didn't do a sonogram on this fucking dog. How many bladders you got up in your fucking body? I mean, really? How many bladders? How many fucking bladders and intestines you got up in there? Let me get me a sonogram so I can ultrasound so I can see what's in there. Now, let me buy me a fucking sonogram T, honey. So excuse me, ultrasound T, X-ray machine. Because this motherfucker, honey, he's like, he got to piss every 3 hours. He got to fucking shit every, like, girl. You got loose bowel syndrome. Anyway, bye, y'all. Yes, you too, Melly. You too. Like I said, I may be doing a video later today. Who knows? I got to do some work. I got to meet with my mom. We got to do some stuff. And then, of course, like so I'm going to start on the Sound What They last part. Yes, don't judge me. Last week I was supposed to be sending y'all, this part. But, of course, I started on it. And I got caught up in my work. Excuse me. Like I said, trust me. Like, I'm not just sitting, on my butt all day watching TV. I'm paying for cable. I don't even watch fucking TV. I was telling my friend that. I'm paying for cable and I don't even fucking watch TV. Like, I can even tell you the last time I even fucking watched TV. Like, I look at my history. It's probably been like last summer. Like, I'm always, listen to my music through YouTube and then I'm doing my work. And then I'm out doing shit. But like I said, trust me, I'm doing stuff. But yeah, you'll get your tea, okay? Was the newest attracted to that little dog y'all saw? Oh, he didn't go with me. Anubis don't go with me on my workings because he might, do some crazy shit. And some of my clients actually live in a very nice home. And I don't want to fuck, yeah. Yeah. Some of my clients live in nice places. So I don't bring Anubis with me. And Anubis, he doesn't like being in the car. When the car's going, he sees everything passing by and he starts getting crazy. And so he's going from the back to the front, to the back. He doesn't like it. He does not like it, honey. I need to wash and flat iron this hair. The back got caught in a damn. It was so windy yesterday. The back got caught into I have this little back thing. And it's on the other side right here, like it's a little T right there. You see that? Yeah, honey. So I need to flat iron that. Wash that and flat iron it, honey. But anyway, let me go. Let me do this, y'all. Love you like, yes, he didn't go with me. He don't go with me, honey, because he like to pee, like to move around. Ooh, I gotta go, mama, let me, I gotta go pee. Ooh, mama, that's the street. Let me get it, mama. Ooh, I kid you not. There's a bush. I gotta go. Let me out. No. Mm-mm. And there's trees everywhere. So we have a lot of trees here, a lot of, like I said, a lot of vegetation, a lot of things here. So he sees it, ooh, I gotta get out. Let me get out. Like, he goes crazy. I have to lock my windows when he's in the car because he knows how to roll down the window. Don't ask me. He knows how to roll down the window. I literally, 2 years ago, we were going to the park. He couldn't wait. Honey, he rolled down that window. I got to the stop sign. He jumped out the motherfucking window, ran through traffic to the center of the fucking, like the island of the intersection to pee on the fucking tree. Honey, I put my car in park at the fucking stop sign. Didn't give a fuck, bitch. Left my car running, ran down, and I was like, don't you ever do that. And he's like, I'm like, bitch, you ever do it again, I'm gonna fuck you up. Oh, he made me so mad. Because they could have ran him over. They could have killed my baby. You were stupid that day. You were real stupid that day. They could have ran my baby over, y'all. I would have whooped somebody's ass. So I put him in the car. We get to the park, and then literally every tree, because it's the park that I went to, it was a lot of huge pine trees. I think y'all seen it when we did a little walk around, like a couple of months ago, or last year. Yeah, it was probably last year. But he literally peed on every fucking tree, and I'm just like, so no, he don't go. Mm-mm. Okay, Peach Color cook off with her. I know that's right, honey. I know that's right. Listen, my mom's favorite thing of making is actually dirty rice. Oh, she got several things. Dirty rice, pasta salad, and baked mac and cheese. And she not only learned how to make mac and cheese because my grandmother. My grandmother was a good cook. But my mom learned how to cook her recipe. But pasta salad, same thing. My mom, they always tell my mom for dirty rice, gumbo, peach cobbler, and well, not really peach cobbler. She know how to make good peach cobbler though. Dirty rice, gumbo, pasta, and baked mac and cheese. So good. And it's like the perfect texture too. Like not that dry baked mac and cheese, not that gooey shit where you cut it and the whole fucking thing melt. Like you can see the layers of the pasta within the elbow mac in there with that cheese. So don't let her do like 3 or 4 cheeses. Honey, and it all, like I said, it's the right texture, the right moisture, the right dryness. And it's really good. My mother cooks from her heart. Really good. Really, really good food. Yes. And of course, she's also motherfucking Oshun. Who you doing? Anyway, we'll get off of that now. I don't want to make nobody mad because a lot of their mamas are graveyard junkies, and you know they think they're their own Oshuns and shit. Anyway, that's not my business. Anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. I hope you have a good day. And of course, like I said, I'll be back, honey. Yes, maybe today, if not today, for sure on Tuesday. I have a date today. Someone from the past was conjured up. See, that's another thing too. When I be doing people's love work and healing work, things come up for me. We'll do a video on that. I'll probably do an Ask Math video. Some people like, can you do love work for me? I'm like, ooh. Or healing work. I'm like, oh my God. That means past relationships that I have closed the door on is going to try to reach out. And it always happens. I kid you not. And with love work, it's a lot of tea. Like, oh my God. Oh, and I'm like, what am I wearing today? Bitch, did I put a special makeup on? Like, why is everybody so crazy? Like, what's going on? And then it hit me. Ding, 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 ding. Oh my God, I'm doing love work for this person. So that energy is on me. Crazy. Anyway, yeah, let me go. You gotta go, pee-pee. You gotta go, pee-pee. You gotta go, pee-pee. You gotta go, pee-pee. You gotta go, shit. You gotta go let it all out. You so built up. You said, Mama, I gotta go let it out. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. Yes, a date. Yes. Did I get it's more of a business type of date. Someone from the past have we actually came across each other, believe it or not. I knew he lived in the city I was going to, and this always happens. But I knew he lived in the city, but I'm like, what would happen to him? I kid you not. I stopped at the gas station, Flying J's. Bam! I stopped at Flying J's, and I was not going to stop there. But my friend was like, you should go to Flying J's, download the app. They got discounts and shit that you can get. Oh, shit, let me do it. Because gas is like $3.81 out here for gas. It's like a gallon, $3.81 a gallon. So I'm like, let me go there. Give me some to eat, too, because I got to drive to go back home. The guy asked me, did I need help? And I'm like, no, I don't need no help. So, bitch, I'm like, bitch, where's my damn weapon at? Just in case you get crazy. So I didn't even think nothing of it. Did my little thing, went in there, did my stuff, came back out. And he's like, do you have a Snapchat or something? And I'm like, yes, I do. You know, trying to put on my fishiness. I was like, yes, I do. He's like, what's the Snap? I was like, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, okay, I'm going to add you. Well, I added him. And when I added him, he said, I don't know if you remember me. And I did remember him, but I didn't want to tell him because I'm like, maybe that's his brother or something. But he's like, I'm thinking about right now how it went down. And he's like I'm visualizing again, like the experience. So he's like, yeah, so I don't know if you remember me. And I was like, oh, I definitely remember you, but you didn't tell me your name was that. You told me your name was something else because he put his name on every fucking thing. And he's like, yeah, I have like several different names. It was like Juan, Maria, Morales, Cortez, Guadalupe. He had so many names, like 7 different names. I said, when I see you, I want to see the ID too. Because some people do have a lot of names. Especially a lot of people I know that are like born in Mexico. They have like 7 different names. Like both names of the mom and dad, usually the mom and dad, middle and first names, then they have their own middle and first name, which is so crazy. But yeah, so we're texting, and then I don't know what, he called my old number. And I said, because one of my numbers I've had since 2010. And I was like, I knew that was you. And he's like, I didn't think you were going to remember me. Blah, blah, blah. I said, yes, I remember you. I don't forget faces. I was like, I remember when I was 2 months old. I probably remember when I was born, when I actually came my mom's uterus, but I don't want to go back that far. So people would be like, bitch, you're hallucinating. But my mom confirmed shit that I knew. But who knows? Maybe I'm seeing that because I'm spiritual. I don't know. But he's like, yeah, I had a baby since then, but we're not together. We were just friends. We were just fucking around. I'm like, I know. Because I think I told y'all this story before, where I met a guy on a chat line, and this was just like this week too. And it wasn't y'all, it was somebody else, like another group of people. But I literally met this guy off of Local Space, 2011. And he was supposed to come over, but he wasn't going to come over. I'm like, bitch, motherfucker stood me up. But he came over late. And when he came over, a girl dropped him off, and he told the girl that I was his cousin. And the girl believed it. She was so fucking stupid. She was like, oh, hey, you're his cousin? I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, my God. Oh, wow, y'all got the same nose. Oh, my God, yes. Wow. So, we played around. I'm like, yeah, my dad is his uncle. And she said, wow, that's crazy. So I think she had my Facebook, too, at the time, or MySpace. Can't remember. It was probably Facebook, because that's when I joined Facebook. So she had his dad, and of course, she was being nosy. But we didn't post it down there. So he comes up the stairs. He was so wasted, y'all. He said, at first, because I know you don't get down like that, but I was going to go kick it with her and do things with her, but she was so easy that it turned me off. And he said, I was getting drunk, hoping that I could get in the mood, but he's like, I couldn't do it. So at the time, I have roommates, and I hope that my people ain't watching, my best friend. But I snuck him in, and he was like, say he was so wasted, and he was like, I want to see you, so I'm here. And I'm like, yeah, but you could have told me that, and I could have made other plans. And he's like, no. I seriously was like, really not trying to flake with you, but I was really trying to do my thing. I'm a man, blah, 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 blah. But he ended up going to sleep, y'all, because he was so drunk. And I'm like, good, because bitch, I don't do anything, So he ended up going to sleep. 2 hours later, he woke up and he was like, come lay down with me. And I was like, yeah, no, you're laying on top of my covers because I'm very anal like this. Your skin sheds. You're going to shed on top of the sheet, not under the sheet. You're not my man. We're not friends. Like, we're friends. I don't know what you got. Like, no, thank you. So you can sleep on top. But yeah, and bitch, you're not spending the night. So I literally told him, I'm gonna let you sleep for 3 hours because my roommates are gonna wake up in about an hour, and I don't want them to know that you're here. So I kid you not, you fell asleep. I watch TV. I'm checking my Facebook. I'm talking to one of my girlfriends. She's from Oregon. Girl. Oh, and she's like, "Who's over there?" Nobody. You're lying. Somebody's over there. No, he's not. Oh, bitch, you're lying because I hear a guy over there, and I'm like, "Girl, there's somebody here," but she knew that somebody was there, and she's like, "Let me see him." Nope, I don't do that. Okay, so we hung up. He woke up. Let's go out to eat breakfast. First of all, how are we going to go eat breakfast? My cousin would take us. Wait a minute, is this your real cousin? Because you told that girl that I was your cousin. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that because I didn't sleep. So he left. We didn't hear from each other. I think 2 months later we talked again, and we didn't talk because it was just like, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. I think it's just going to be fun, and I'm not really into that because at that time I was going through a lot of stuff. So I kid you not, 4 years ago, 5 years ago now, I was thinking about getting a little temporary job because there's something I wanted to get done, which is going to cost me some money. And I said, okay, I need a temporary job that I can get to make money. Well, just so happened, the company that was looking for people that was going to hire people, because I actually was proof, like you get interviewed through the temp agent fee, and then they pick who they want. So I actually was chosen. They called me to go to the interview, and I'm looking like, are you trying to tell me something, Spirit? Because he worked at that place. And I'm like, oh, hell no. Then it was like, you got to be outside. I'm like, oh, bitch, we're not doing that. No thanks. We're not doing that, bitch. I'm not being out no fucking heat and shit, bitch, sweating and shit, girl. We're not doing that. So, make long story short, that went on. Then I think like 2 years ago, something else popped up because I saw a guy that kind of looked like him. But I'm like, no, he speaks English. And this guy didn't speak English at all. But, sometimes people play that role too. If you don't know, that's why you need to learn Spanish. So I'm like, okay, that's not him. Because I remember what he looked like, very much like a white boy, like very much Weddle-ish, but he's full-blood Hispanic. Well, you know what I mean? Like indigenous, whatever. Well, you know what I'm saying? He's not like white and Mexican. He's like literally Mexican and, of course, with Spanish ancestry. But anyway, so time went on. I forgot about it, obviously. This was 2 years ago. That's 2 years ago, 2017. And then this week, like I said, I think I was talking with you guys, and I was not chatting with y'all. I was chatting with somebody else, another group of people. It could have been a Facebook group, like a Facebook group call. And I was like, yeah, I remember the situation where this guy was like trying to act like he wants to be with me, but he really wasn't. And then sure enough, I kid you not, I mentioned this probably on Wednesday, and I could look through my messages. Wednesday, and then yesterday or Saturday, I go to that gas station and he's there. And what are the odds of that? And then I'm like, that is so fucking weird. Because I knew since Sunday of last week that I was doing love work for one of my clients who is not in this country. And then on Wednesday, which is when he sent the money over, I start talking about this guy. And then all of a sudden, the guy show up on a Saturday at a gas station. That was kind of weird. And then he called me today, like I said, or yesterday, Sunday. And then he's like, where you at? I was like, oh, I'm at home. Where you at? I'm here. Oh, okay. I thought you lived up here. No, I was up there working. I was on my way back home. Okay, well, we should kick it. I don't kick it, honey. Okay, well, let me take you out to eat. Okay, yeah, we're not doing no nighttime shit because I don't do booty calls. Oh, it won't be nighttime. It has to be lunch because da. Okay, so what time? 1 o'clock. Monday at 1 o'clock, that's not going to work. No, that's not going to work, honey. Nope, we can't do 1 o'clock on a Monday. That's not going to work. Monday's my day off. I like to sleep in. No, thank you. And also, I got to do shit when I get home. So then he's like, okay, what about 5? I said, you're pushing it because it gets dark at fucking 7. So we got before it gets dark, okay? When it gets dark, I'm done. Because, bitch, we're not doing that. We know certain times of the days, the weathers are warming up. You're going to have ideas. And we don't do that. Bitch, we don't do that. No, bitch, we still don't do that. I'm still the same bitch that you knew in 2011. Okay, that's fine. Where are we going to go? Someplace exotic. No Mexican food, no American food, no Chinese food. You figure out where we're gonna go, and we're gonna make sure we don't do no seafood either, because seafood makes people horny. No seafood, none of that, bitch. No drinking either. Ow, bitch. We're gonna have a business. So he actually has an idea though. That's how we're gonna go on this date too. He has a business idea that he wants to talk about. I should tell him I charge for my business advisory. I charge a fee. Bitch, I charge a fee. Okay, we'll do business advisory. But anyway, yes, I have a Snapchat. I do, honey. Yes, I have it. Oh, him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. He tried to do have Snap. Well, see, he wasn't gonna. He knew that if he asked him a number, he wasn't gonna get it, because I don't give my number out like that. I typically give out a app number. Like, I do not give out my real number. I feel like numbers are very personal. I feel like everything's personal. Numbers, names, locations, like, that's personal to me. So if you want to get my number, bitch, where you can pick up and call me anytime you want, you have to earn that. And that's my concept. So I have a public IG. I actually have 3 IGs, but I have a public IG that you can add. I have a Snapchat. I don't have a Snapchat for spiritual people. It's all personal Snapchats. And that's it, bitch. You get on Snap. I see that you're normal. We can video chat there. Then you get my number. If not, bitch, you're going to keep moving. Block, ban, and delete. We're going to keep moving. Bitch, my number, you get a lot of shit with my number. No thanks. We're not playing that. But of course, like I said, I knew him. He called my old number, and I'm like, and the number he called, I used to actually use for people. But then it became my personal line. So I'm like, for him to call, I'm like, that's so crazy. So that means he kept my number in his phone all these years. Isn't that crazy? That's why I don't burn bridges with people, because you never know how it might come back and bite you. Even business-wise, you never know if you're wanting to change your life or, make changes in your life. That's what I should say. And you need money to do that, right? And then you're like, oh, I need $300 more. And then you wake up and you got a $300 donation. You're like, what? And then you realize it's from a client that you did work for a year ago. Like, you never know how that's going to be. That's why I say I don't burn bridges with people unless I don't really want to fuck with you. And to get me to that point, it takes a lot. Like, to piss me off, it takes a lot. Irritated, it takes, 3 or 4 push. But to piss off to where I'm like, fuck you, don't talk to me, your mama, your mammy, nigga, all that shit, it takes a lot to get me there. I'm a very patient, understanding person. So, yeah. I don't remember just, but like I said, it works out because you never know how it comes back to you. Now, if I would have cussed him, I said, nigga, fuck you, and you'll be, and what's so weird too? The girl that actually brought him over my house, he actually had a baby with her. Because we talked about a good hour yesterday. I'm just like, so if she was easy for you to lay with her, why would you give her your child? Like, that would even sound right, bruh. Like, why would you do that? And then you're going to have a son who's easy too. So he's going to be easy. He's going to be just crazy like you. Like, he's going to have you and her. So he's going to be easy as hell, going to be a hoe. He going to be like you wanted to. Girl, bye. But whatever. Anyway, y'all. Oh, I got to go. It's 4:00. Bye, y'all. Love you, like. See y'all next video. Bye, 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 bye. We talk a lot. Bitch, we need to stop talking. Mercury shut down. Mercury closed down. Don't send me no more tea. Mm-mm-mm.